Hello, everybody. Welcome to PlayStation Tournament's Road to Evo 2024. That's right. We are playing some Street Fighter 6 action here, and the grand prize for today is an all-expense-paid trip to Evolution 2024. It's going to be a good one. My name is James Hin, and I am joined by Vicious. How are you doing, sir?
I am big chillin'. You know, I talk about this a lot and pretty often. You know, it is a very hard trek to get to EVO, but the fact that PlayStation Tournaments has collaborated with the FGC for so many years, it's so good to see them back at it again for this year, 2024. Now, with that in mind, with a brand new game like Street Fighter 6, we have just as many top-tier competitors as always, still gunning for that spot as the champion to make it to EVO. Speaking of which, let's take a look at that bracket if it's up and ready to see who our top 8 competitors are for North America. A lot of familiar names right off the bat, right, James?
I mean, some of them are a little bit trying to be a little hidden, I guess. I mean, oh no, actually no, Joe Umar Rogan, you actually wrote Joe Umar Rogan's name out. I thought he was going by the other handle over here.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Yeah, but you can actually see here, No Prob Tay going up against Space Boy. Space Boy is very familiar with these PlayStation tournaments. I've seen him here all the time. Smage, obviously a player known more for his NRS play, but he's going to be going up against Shine NYC, our boy from New York, El Chicote, Combo Breaker winner, Joe Umar Rogan, as we mentioned before, Flux Waves, and Adrian NY as well. So, I mean, obviously these guys are playing to get to EVO, but what else are they playing for, Jeremy?
A lot of spending cash too to bring themselves into a, a nice comfort zone for Las Vegas. $300 in the pockets of first place USD along with the Evo travel package. Second place getting $200, third with $100 as well as fourth place. Fifth and eighth, they're gonna get $50 USD in their pockets. Not bad at all considering it is free to play as well as being able to play at the comfort of your own streaming station or home, whatever it may be. Being able to play online, obviously one of the biggest things we could ever ask for in the FTC, but also getting a free prize pool along with this Evo travel package. Pretty darn neat. A flight, hotel, the food allowance, ground transportation to and from the airport, as well as the ever-coveted event badge for Evo.
That's nice. Definitely very, very nice. So again, that first place package is a nice little doozy right over there. So, and again, with Street Fighter 6, I mean, obviously we've gone through 1 year. We're at season 2 now. It feels kind of like a brand new game here at this point. We obviously have Akuma added, and actually in just 3 days, we're getting another DLC in M. Bison, who's going to be showing up so fast. I mean, like, I swear, we just got
I didn't realize what day it was. I was like, oh, it's the 23rd already, huh? That's crazy.
Yeah, But again, it's been really, really cool to see all the plays so far. I mean, we've been seeing some very interesting things. For example, we just had DreamHack Sweden, 8 different characters in the top 8. So again, who knows what is going to happen over here today. But let's get it started. Let's get to our first match and find out who we're going to be watching coming up first. And as I talked about, you know, cool character variety, Season 2, we have ourselves a Luke versus Luke with No Prop Day and Space Boy.
Yeah. I've actually been pretty lucky to watch this week's worth of all of the weekly events that have been going on, right? Can Opener's been going on, TNS, On the Rebels was this week as well. There was a lot of World Warrior events too going on for the CPT.
Yes.
I've seen No Probte enter in majority of those tournaments this week. Tavius coming in at the age of 18, hailing from the ATL Atlanta at No Probte. He's going to be rocking this Luke at a very competent level from what I've seen and digested this week. He is actually pretty darn godlike and has gotten the attention of a lot of the East Coast and even like Midwest players as of late.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not surprised. Atlanta has always been such a hotbed for fighting game players, in particular in the Tekken region over there. But obviously, it just shows the kind of talent that they have out there. Not surprised that they have a new competitor here, but he's going to be going up against Space Boy from that New Jersey region, from that Northeast region of the FGC. You know, obviously New York, New Jersey, that whole Philly area, just producing strong players after strong player, and so he'll be coming up as well. Like I said, no stranger to these PlayStation tournaments at all.
Right. Again, Space Boy has been a household name since his pretty much inception in 5. I know he played a little bit of 4, but again, at the age of 25, I don't even know how long ago that was for him. But he very much so made his name in Street Fighter 5 and is doing so again with a very strong character. So this is going to be very interesting to see, right? The Luke mirror match is always going to be something that kind of like is slept on a little bit, but you do get to see a little bit more creative freedom now, especially in Season 2, to kind of see whether or not they go for the damage, whether or not they go for the Oki, and how they approach with that Oki is ever so important as well, too. So we're going to see if the knowledge checks are going to come through, if anybody's going to try to press a button after like a whiff tackle for a frame kill, some different frame kills that you could get creative with in Season 2 specifically for Luke. I wonder if that's going to ever come into play, or if it's going to just be kind of like score the knockdown, let's go through the motions, hope you don't get hit.
Hey, look, all I'm going to say is if Space Boy wins this tournament and we get to interview him, he better thank me for helping him take some of those pictures that he wanted at DreamHack Dallas, okay? I'm just saying, you know, I did him a big favor out there, so.
Photographer James, huh? That's what came out after you were done with commentary? A man of many hats.
Exactly.
Huh? I see. I got to see those photos eventually.
No, shout outs to Space Boy though. Honestly, always love seeing him travel around, and you know he's been one of those players that's always, you know, we talk about the players who's always on the cusp of being able to win these big tournaments. Space Boy is one of those players that I feel like has kind of broken through that a little bit, has won a few tournaments here and there, but just hasn't had quite that consistency of, you know, obviously like a Punk and a Knuckle do, but that's hard to do. But he's definitely right there.
Yeah. It's funny enough, you could say that for like a pool of players that have been very, very consistent in Street Fighter 5. And I hate to kind of like beat the horse when it comes to like great players in Street Fighter 5 because majority of them came from the East Coast. But in Season 1, again, Space Boy is, to kind of re-mention, definitely on the cusp along with a couple of others. I think him staying with Luke is never going to be a bad idea, considering one, the way he views the game, and two, the way he approaches certain matchups as well. Being in the mirror match, kind of, we talked about this before, even off stream, how much you loathe the mirror matches. I could feel the same exact way. It's like, you know, they have the exact same toolkit, but I feel like with Space Boy, he kind of like welcomes that a lot more. As for No Prob Tay, like as much as I would probably like say the same thing about him, I don't know just enough about him underneath the surface, right? I've only seen his results as of late from this week, and I gotta say, he's a powerhouse, man. So it's gonna be very interesting to see No Prob Tay's take on the Luke mirror match in comparison to Space Boy, only because of the sole fact that we haven't seen him as much.
Yeah, we're gonna, I mean, at this point, you know, if he starts doing some damage in tournaments, we're going to have to remove No from his name, right? Because he's definitely going to be a prob, right? So he's going to be causing a lot of people problems here in these tournaments. And, you know, one of the interesting things that, you know, we're kind of talking about and kind of dancing around here is, you know, a lot of the Luke mains from Season 1 a lot of them dropped him. Like I talked to Chris Wong, second place finisher in like every offline except for France where he got first and everything. And he said that he feels like Luke is kind of mid-tier now, and a lot of people out there complaining about all the damage nerfs that he got. Obviously, it's the crouching strong damage nerf. I think it was probably one of the biggest ones because that button is so strong. I mean, it didn't get nerf damage; it nerfed the scaling, but I still think Luke is good. I don't know.
I think he's good too. I don't see a problem with him. A lot of players are doing just fine in some of the weekly tournaments, but there's a lot of characters that are still slightly underexplored that are slowly coming out the woodwork. One of the main targets being Aki. To kind of, I'm not gonna fully switch gears here, but kind of reiterate. I think Luke at the moment he's still kind of got the normalized damage treatment in comparison to the rest of the cast, with the exception of maybe like the critical art, like whatever leads into critical art, right? But it's difficult too because again, off of any of the mediums, crouching medium punch it's still pretty much the god button. It's a lot more to the ability to kind of hone in on it and whiff punish it. It's a lot easier now, but still, even being able to connect a hit off of that is going to be like very severe towards the scaling. But either way you put it, him having access to that much damage so often is pretty darn good, and I feel like the rest of the cast now is like still catching up to damage. So, I think he's fine. I genuinely think he's fine.
I mean, again, when you use a character that's that strong and gets to dish out that much damage, you're like, this is awesome. And when they normalize the damage, I mean, let's face it, his damage got normalized. It does feel bad, but now he's doing the damage that everybody else was doing, and so he's still good. And he even got a couple of new toys, like you mentioned, the new shoulder tackle, Oki that he's been able to get, because he's always been kind of awkward with Oki situations, but then also the Stand Fierce being able to combo into the charged light flash knuckle definitely gives him a few more extra routes now. So, I think he's still good. I think he's still good.
Yeah, if anything, it makes him even like more dangerous to find out different routes too. And that's what I'm excited for, honestly. I want to see if any of these players are going to be utilizing a lot of the Season 2 changes that Luke had gone through. Or not a lot, but you know what I'm saying? Like the significant ones that he has for combo routes and Oki setups. So I'm actually kind of curious to see whether or not they will be implemented as much. And we're about to get into it just a little bit. Again, we were waiting for a couple of our players. Space Boy is getting himself ready. No Prob Tay. Listen, if he changes the name to Problem Tay, I think Problem X would have something to say about that.
Well, I mean, we already had a fake Problem X, and then we changed him to Problem Tay. I mean, like, at this point in time, he's going to have to try to file like some sort of copyright claim or something like that. So no one could put problem in their name. But I mean, I guess according to the viewers out there that they all think that he's going to remain no prob Tay for Space Boy at this point, because look at that, a 70% vote here from the viewers out there.
It's understandable. I think Space Boy has been again, household name for quite some time. A lot of folks are going to be recognizing him for his talent in Season 1, previous games, etc. But Tay, man, don't sleep on this cat. I think some people might be surprised. I've been watching a lot of different viewpoints from like different streamers these last couple of, actually this past week, like of different weekly events. I'm telling you, man, this cat can ball. I think this cat can ball. We're gonna find out.
Here we go. All right, we're going right into it over here again. This is the road to Evo. Winner of this gets an all-expense-paid trip to Evo, and it starts right here with No Prob Tay versus Space Boy, Luke versus Luke.
I love that. Going for the back heavy punch, the eraser. Yes, sir. We talked about the new routes. Level 1. Very aggressive start for Space Boy, by the way. The last wake up he chose was the OD uppercut. This time going for the level 1.
Oh, nice. Perfect parry from Tay. Obviously, this isn't going to do as much, but this is more just about getting to the corner here. And there we go. Gets the crouching light punch meaty and has enough gauge for the drive cancel. Going to take round number 1. Oh, actually, the names are backwards. You're right. Sorry, you caught that early, Jeremy, but I did not. Space Boy is in blue, and No Prob Tay is the one that's in green, yellow.
Bang, already off to a very aggressive start. Could go for the throw if he wanted to. He hasn't shown that card off at all. He tried to delay the delayed jab.
Oh. And then we see the miss on the flash knuckle right there. It's one of the hardest things, every Luke is gonna miss one here and there. You just hope it's not where, oh my God, what a use of the suppressor. Oh my
Jesus. The overhead catches everybody at least once. And what a time to do it to close out the first game. Very, very sneaky time.
Yeah, and jumping right back into the match, as you see right here. Looks like Space Boy's getting right in there. These guys are like, you know what? We're jumping back in. We're not giving you a chance to show the card at all.
As you should, as you should. All right, so this is a little bit of a problem now for Space Boy. What an interruption against the wheel kick. Yo, the overhead always gets checked with that delay. Space Boy doing a great job whilst in burnout. No Prob Tay has not been able to stuff him at all or even check the defense proper. This guy, Space Boy, and that was a perfect example of active defense.
Yeah, and again, I mean, as we've seen from players like, oh, what a jump by No Prob. What a great timing for that. I was just about to talk about one of our other best Luke players, Noah the Prodigy, who's so good at going into burnout, but I also feel like that's just one of Luke's strengths. He can survive in burnout really well.
Did you see that? Did you see the check on the check from Space Boy?
Yeah.
He thought he was gonna, Tay thought he was gonna get the drive rush. Oh, Beast Mode baby, being able to cancel that. Perfect calculation, perfect damage calculation, no doubt about it. Trademark. Space Boy does get the chip damage, and this time does check the drive rush appropriately, does get the perfect parry, go for the knockdown as well. Oh, the uppercut again from Space Boy, does not care for his safety or concern of the other player.
Oh, didn't get caught by the overhead, but that is plus. So Tay's gonna go ahead and go for the throw, and here we go, the corner situation here. Here's the pressure. And oh man, interruption. Again, both of these players are obviously very familiar with their own characters because they're interrupting each other constantly. They know where Luke's gaps are.
As they should. Has been a full-fledged season of this bad boy. He's been a monster and a nightmare for a lot of these matchups since season 1, but now this type of pressure could be an overextension, but
got a
level 2?
He's gonna go for it. Yeah, because
Yes.
I think he wants to burn him out, and he's burned out himself, or does he have a... Yeah, he is burned out himself, so there you go. Straight mind games here, ST mode.
Tay can actually still make it back. Oh,
What?
no. I couldn't tell you what any of that was. That's not what he wanted at all for sure, James. That uppercut had to have been a fireball, right? No, 1000%. Did you see the 2 hits that came from it? It was a special move into level 3. And that's what, near critical art? Actually, I don't even know if he was not in critical art territory, my mistake. Or was he? I couldn't tell.
Luke, I don't know, like Luke's level 3, I don't think it does that much more damage than everybody else's, but it always feels that way, for sure, for sure.
I see, it does say CA on the top, my mistake. A little bit of blurry on my end, but that was just me. Checking the movement, I do like the defense from Tay up until this point. Can he maintain it though? He's looking to maintain his drive gauge, but with this corner swap, this is actually gonna be so dangerous.
Ooh, that was a great perfect parry. Was just outside of the range for that standing mid. No, again, another execution error from Space Boy. This is uncharacteristic here. He is...
If he had gone for the meaty, if only he had gone for the meaty.
Yeah.
He thought Space Boy was gonna do something else on Wake Up, but even with neutral jump, if he decided to OD uppercut, that would have been death for Tay. Or not death, but he would have got clipped.
So nice that he has that light, sandblaster every once in a while to bait out the... Oh, the armor!
You did what? You actually did what? Space Boy crept up on him. He was ready to do the bear crawl, and he just waited. He absorbed with the armor. This guy's crazy.
I've seen that so rarely. I forgot it had armor. And he just dangled that out there, like a carrot, and Tay just fell for a hook, line, and sinker, man. Oh, man. Oh.
I mean, to be fair, I also pressed the button. I think Tay had extras in the tank to cancel off of it. I don't know why he just opted to go for level 2. I think he also had meter. Or sorry, a low medium kick. He also had meter on him.
Ow, that is a lot of damage on that punish counter throw. And here we go. Get some throw loops here. Nope, goes for the button this time. Drive cancel. And the first round to Tay, very convincingly here with a perfect.
Oh, a lot more patience coming in from Tay too. You see him back off initially at round start, forcing Space Boy to take the... Oh my God! That button's still good, James. That button's what nerf?
Man, every time I see people with whip punishes like that, I get so jealous, man. It's so clean.
Listen,
and
Kim's got some juice too, okay?
Dude, walk back DP is a lot harder than it looks. Uh-oh. Back though towards the corner now. That was... Oh, what? No! Oh my goodness, this is a CA. Is this gonna kill?
No, not even close. There was too much scaling behind it. The burnout's gonna be pretty severe though.
Yeah, at this point.
Oh, he can't block. He can't block a level 3. Oh yeah, so smart from Tay.
Oh yeah, just walks away.
No! He just stood there and took it. He just stood there and took it.
No, he just wasn't thinking about it at that point. I mean, what was he gonna do? I guess he could have tried to like jump backwards or something like that.
He could have hit him. He had no life left.
Yeah, you're right.
He could have just hit him.
Yeah. Stop trying to hit me and hit me. Oh, nice. Okay, here we go. Not gonna go for the throw side switch, actually. Goes for the combo right there, which does mean he's not gonna be as close to the corner. And here comes Space Boy. He just needs this one round and he's gonna advance to the next round on winner's side.
Space Boy 1 in full control. 2 again, the check on the drive rush. A lot of damage incoming. He's not gonna kill quite just yet. Yeah, that's why he doesn't go for the level 1. Oh, that could have been so scary.
Oh, he blocked the time. Look at this. No problem. Oh, he just checked him. Wake up, Jabs. Wake up, Jabs is gonna do it. And, you know, as said in the chat, you know, these loops are crazy. No fear about waking up with crouching light punches at all, but I mean, like, most Lukes, let's be honest, are kind of crazy, right? I mean,
to be fair, that was solicited. That was perfectly solicited. It was a fine check from Space Boy. If we look at the tapes and we look at the replay eventually, when you look at that timing, Tay committed to a double dash off of that knockdown. Luke does not get that. He is definitely in the negative, and I hope we get to see that towards the end. But in the meantime, the amount of aggression that Space Boy came out with was appropriate too, especially with something sneaky like that. That overhead ceiling in the first game or the first round was enough to kind of spread the mental stack for Tay. It's like, well, I don't know if he's going to be just as aggressive the next couple of games or when he's going to back off. And what do I do about that afterwards? This also, just the recognition of the chip spacing was so good from Space Boy.
He did that twice. There's that armor situation. Like, literally just ran up to him. And again, you know, we don't see Luke use that for the armor very often. And so there's a large chance that Tay was just like, oh, he's coming at me, let me just hit a button. And just completely forgot. And here's that other chip situation here. Yeah, you had mentioned he just wasn't ready for that. And here we're gonna see the almost comeback here from Tay.
Yeah, we're gonna see back-to-back drive impacts, right? The second one's gonna hit, but here, yeah, he went for a second dash. I don't think he would have had enough time to even kind of do anything about that. So, other than maybe block, perhaps.
Yeah, definitely most likely minus in that situation. Not sure exactly. I can look it up right now. But you know, again, good on Space Boy to recognize that, right? To even think he might double dash, and if he does, I need to make sure I get my check out in time and stop him right there. Just knowing that he might even go for that double dash, try to be aggressive, because the goal right there is, even though you're minus, so you're asking like, why would Tay do that then? Well, he's trying to catch him off guard, trying to catch him by surprise. Hopefully he wasn't ready for the check, but unfortunately Space Boy definitely was.
Yeah. So going into the next one, obviously we saw Space Boy taking down 3-0. This one is going to be just as crazy, in my opinion, but in a different type of way. We got Smage versus Shine. It's going to be Jury versus Kimberly.
I just tested it right now. It's about -3 after the double dash, it looks like. Okay. Yeah, -3. So there you go. Drive impact into double dash, -3. But yeah, we have Smage coming up here from Florida region. Like I said, a very strong NRS player. I used to follow him for all the Catwoman tech in Injustice 2 a long time ago. But, you know, obviously a strong katana player. I think it was in MK11. But, you know, he's always been a very, very talented player. Really awesome to see here, fighting hard in the Street Fighter 6 world with that Jury.
And I'm very excited to see it too, because he's been so studious to the game and so like very much so getting high placements in a lot of the weekly events. But speaking of high placing, Shine, the $3 shape up, coming in from New York at the age of 29. He's not even 30 yet. That's crazy. Yo, Sean, I see you. He's coming in with the Kimberly. Now he also has a variety of different characters he can choose at his leisure, but I think he's been enjoying the Kimberly buffs a pretty significant amount. Hence, you could see this character decision.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really curious to see him play this character. Obviously, Kimberly's my main. I'm not going to sit here and offer my opinion on the character state right now. So, you know, I want to see what Shine can do with this character.
She's doing damage, James. I'm telling you right now, she's doing hella damage.
I mean, honestly, her biggest buffs that she got, I mean, obviously was one, getting the wake up drive reversal, because that just saves her in a lot of situations here. But honestly, I love the change of being able to combo into the OD air throw off of the heavy Vagabond launcher, because it's a hard knockdown and you have like 19 years to set up everything. So if you can land that mid screen, she's got like 40 different mix-ups in the mid-screen that she can start throwing out at you, and that's going to be the key right there, is just keeping yourself completely unpredictable with her, with Kimberly.
Right. That's the kind of play style you're supposed to kind of utilize with Kimberly. She's supposed to be like the mix master in regards of like getting the can down, anything off of the wall as well. So this is going to be very, very interesting to see like how Shine's take of the character really shows out with the changes implemented. With Jury, I feel like overall, Jury's been like generally the same with the inclusion of being able to utilize her target combos a little bit better too. She all around has been a very consistent character in a lot of the weekly tournaments as well. So it's like, it's weird. I feel like it's very slightly difficult to balance her. They just gave her a handful, a very small handful of neat tricks.
Yeah, Jury, I mean, obviously, look, Capcom Cup winning character, right? Clearly a very strong
character.
$1 million character, which I'm sure not a lot of people predicted, but there she is. And yeah, I mean, Jury didn't get a ton of nerfs, and we're not going to be able to see much of this round here. Looks like Shine, and he's going to go for the level 2 to finish this off. Nicely that they increase the damage on that, but he starts with a perfect over Smage.
I didn't really get to see the polls here, but if anybody were basing it off ranks, I pray that you don't lose anything off of these polls. No like stream points or anything like that. So as you can see, Smage, he had the first round over Shine, with Shine repeating, immediately responding with that perfect, by the way. What a way to get out of the jump. I love that prediction
of the throw, and that jump medium punch will catch people out of that throw. It is risky, but the nice thing about it is the dive kick is not minus enough that you will get as badly punished if you actually try to whiff tech a throw and whiff.
Right.
But look at this level 3 from Smage. So much damage. Shine's got to figure something out. And that OD Fuha Fireball right there is going to take game number 1 for Jury.
Nice work. And good recognition, too, to kind of keep it calm after the level 3. Just being able to walk up throw and kind of keep Shine on defense in that way is so difficult.
There we go. Nice meaty crouching medium kick, so he can link into the crouching strong as well, the crouching medium punch.
That was so delayed into the overhead too. The canister, bang.
Boom.
That's a lot of damage.
He should be done here.
Yeah. Nice. She's such a cool looking player.
Yeah, and you know, one of the things that they did, they really buffed her crouching medium punch. You get a couple of those in there and they do a little more damage. So yeah, definitely increased a lot of her combo damage in this season. Oh, the raw teleport finds its way in. Oh, it's so scary. Oh,
there's the canister plus. Oh my God, the neck hunter, dude. The overhead into the torso splitter. That is the torso cleaver. Excuse me. Into the level 3. This is gonna be a lot of damage, but more so, she gets the normalized damage on her port. Her speed buff is gonna be intact. It's gonna be tough for Smage to hang on.
Yep, and just burns Smage out at this point. He still has a lot of that meter. He is just going for all sorts of run cancels, but all of a sudden, out of nowhere, this level 3 from Smage. And we've seen a lot of snowball effects here in Street Fighter 6. Smage is definitely still in this with that burnout on Shine. But what a jump back! How did he know?
I couldn't tell you, but there was enough space for him to either backdash or jump, and he chose the perfect option because Smage was coming in hot on the ground. Yeah, with that overhead. I think it would have clipped the backdash, perhaps.
Oh, but that drive rush just made it right through there. Able to punish that standing medium kick. Trade, that's a good trade for Shine. Keeps Smage out of there and keeps him a little bit away from the corner.
Ow! My God, that was mad active. Did you see the startup on that? The drive rush ran right into the pinky toe.
I was just about to scream out active frames, baby. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah,
Good check.
Overhead. Yeah. If she ever cancels standing medium kick into run, she's only got 2 frame traps out of that, and both of them very punishable on blocks. You don't see a lot of Kimberlys go for that. Go for the frame traps off of that standing medium kick.
I couldn't tell you how many times I've been hit with frame trap run slide just trying to press a button. I'm so stubborn. I've got hit with it 3 times straight, but it's not about me. It's about Smage and this sequence.
Yep, here we go.
Safe
Goes for the
jump
safe
there,
jump setup instead of the double overhead. Nice whip punish. Tried to get out of there with that slide.
That's huge because you're still in Feng Shui engine, so that makes it so much harder to utilize the wake up drive reversal. It is -6, but so long as she's in Feng Shui, it's not just a 6 frame punisher anymore. You got more than that. You got an entire string plus a safe jump.
Yep, exactly. And so, I mean, I know that there's a lot of characters out there that are super crying because they don't have a 6 frame medium button to punish those wake up drive reversals. Definitely a really, really nice tool to have. And, you know, not everybody has it, but obviously Jury does. And with the Feng Shui engine, it's that much worse. So.
I assume we're going into like a slight change up in character. Yeah, the Chun-Li is coming through. I just had a feeling. Shine does have, he had this character towards the end of season 1. Yes. And I got to talk to him about this at Combo Breaker, and what a change up it's been too. That's always so tricky to handle. As soon as I saw Sakonoko invent that, I was taken aback. I'm like, this character is mad good. This character is so good.
Dude, the craziest thing about it too is that she could do a second head stomp to go for a 3 overheads, you know, like she always has like another option to it every single time.
Oh, I love that too. I love the options both of these characters have to be anti-throw, right?
Yeah. And you know, you mentioned it, obviously Chun-Li's such a strong, wow, what a great reaction by Smage. Gets the oh goodness gracious, we've got perfect parries all over the place. And look at that side switch for Chun. That's nice.
I've seen that courtesy of Matty Pie, by the way. Matty Pie had shown off that side switch a bunch. Defeatedly also doing the same type of thing too.
You know, I know Shine is very loyal to that Kimberly.
Ooh!
Oh, this is gonna be dead right here.
James, did you see that? Did you see the stand jab counter hit? Confirmed into the low medium kick. That was a sweet sensation. That was sweet chin music to my ears. Shine, I mean, well deserved for that time.
I mean, again, Chun-Li, I mean, that, you know, Ringe always likes to call things sword normals. You call them sword normals too, right? But like that standing light punch from Chun-Li is a dagger normal.
A dagger.
And the fact that it on counter hit can link into towards medium punch or crouching medium kick is so powerful. And it makes her one of the scariest footsie characters again! Reads the throw!
Man, she got mid-air footsies too. It's crazy. I know it's not a real thing, but I love that. Yes, the utilization of the forward roundhouse over the firewall because she is airborne. I was waiting for that to come into play. Smage actually falling trapped to the matchup.
Yep. Oh, good patience. He actually was expecting the dive kick and gets the punish into the level 1. Not gonna be quite enough to kill yet. Did he block? No, he got hit. Wow. And Smage doesn't spend the extra damage right there. Wanted to keep the Fuha stock for the aggression, but the Kikoken gonna just find its mark and interrupt Samage's dash. Oh, oh, oh.
This character's so cool, man.
Yeah,
she gets all of that. Off of that sequence as well, if it's a counter hit in between, she gets so much.
Oh, that was gross. He went into the stance and he went to the overhead before, so just by reaction, reflex, you saw Smage stand up. Ah! Dude.
This guy's dancing. Yo.
Oh.
One's in the chat if you also stood up, because I 100% stood up.
Yeah.
Smage is about to sit up from his gaming seat in just a bit if he does not make a change in this round.
Oh man, yeah, Smage is just like, I'm not sure what to do. He's got the level 2. He's got to get a hit in the Feng Shui, because remember, on block, the Feng Shui engine is really hard to take advantage of. Not gonna happen at all. Shine's gonna take it. And you know, Jeremy,
what's up, James?
You could tell me to shut up right away when I start talking. Just tell me to shut up if you don't want to hear this. But you know, like, Shine, I get it. Both of us try very hard to be loyal to that Kimberly. But Chun-Li, man, like, she's just gonna be the better character.
Listen,
and,
man.
You know, and they say like, oh, it's because Kimberly has great mix. And then you see what Chun-Li is doing in the corner, dude. Every character has great mix in the corner. All right?
I can't speak against it. I can only speak the truth of what happened on the screen instead. So it was a pretty aggressive start. Not aggressive, I should say, but it was a pretty advantageous start, I think, for Smage, right? Against the Kimberly matchup, which you were talking about just a little bit earlier. It's like maybe it's Kim, maybe it's the players, right? It's in the control of the other person too. But Smage, I think he had a very, very good set of decisions on offense, and also the patience on defense as soon as his knockdown happened, right? This right here, exactly that. He wasn't too aggressive in regards to like what meaties he was trying to go for. In fact, he played a more defensive route after the knockdown, which is kind of like an abnormality if you ask me. But this change up to Chun-Li, we love that.
Yeah, that was that counter hit, standing light punch, and the crouch medium kick you talked about. And there's that overhead. And you can do that roundhouse so early, but I think they're only +4, so you have to link in that light punch. But God, it's just so good to have that situation. We're not going to see the final blow there because it was just kind of a nice little dash under the neutral jump. Surprise, Smage didn't hit heavy punch, which hits both sides with Jury, but was caught there, and you can see right there, Shine is going to advance. And man, I can't even tell you, with all these online tournaments that have been happening, how often do you think Shine and Spaceboy have played each other in like online tournaments at this point?
Oh, I mean, no doubt like a handful of times, but to be fair, a lot of the weeklies have grown exponentially. So I will say, like, maybe in the beginning they've had a good amount of times against each other, but like the brackets and the pools have been so much bigger these last couple of weeks since like season 2 had started. But considering the skill level, I wouldn't be surprised if they met up with each other around like top 64, top 32 areas pretty consistently. But yeah, just not as much in my opinion as before, just because the talent pool has just gotten so much bigger. But speaking of talent pool, we have the 2 heavy hitters coming in right now. Chakotay versus Joe Umar Rogan. Now, Lily has gotten the big spotlight for the big W over at Combo Breaker not too long ago, but Joe Umar Rogan finessing with the Akuma in a lot of the weekly events. Capcom Cup qualifier as well. This Akuma has been pretty sharp, but he also hasn't shied away from a Luke completely. In certain matchups, he will go Luke.
Yep, but El Chakotay, Combo Breaker champion with the Lily. And, you know, that was like very, very early on. That was literally like less than a week. But again, you know, it's interesting because I remember when people were starting to hear the rumors about the patches and the changes at the Japan location test, everyone was like, they're not doing enough. There's not enough changes in this game. It's going to be the same. And, you know, honestly, like now that we've seen all the patches and buffs and changes, the tiers are so much even more compressed. And Lily is definitely one of those characters benefiting from that.
Still underexplored, in my opinion, but also a character I won't say is underexplored. This is the most popular character from the jump, and that is Akuma. But Joe Umar Rogan piloting this character at age 25, coming in from Toronto at Umar Rogan. You can find him at Joe_Umar Rogan over on his socials and all the streaming platforms as well. But this cat has been really putting in the work to figure out the fundamentals of the game and figure out how it's played and take any character he wants into a upper threshold of talent. Akuma is, we will always say that this character is the Swiss Army knife of Street Fighter. He has all the tools. However, it just so happens to be a Swiss Army knife made out of glass. He is indeed a glass cannon. With the 9,000 health, there's been so many challenges that hover around this character. It's like the, hey, kill Akuma instantly challenge type deal, or kill him in 2 touches type deal. But it's not going to be the case, which is very smart, by the way. This Luke is a very good choice in regards to a character against a character specialist like Chakotay and that Lily.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things that you got to be worried about is she does get the win stock. It has the OD gauge. You can't get in with the air fireballs. But then again, you know, from a lot of the Akuma standpoint, you don't see them using the air fireball a lot as approaches. Not as much as, you know, it was like in Street Fighter 4, you know.
Even in 5.
Yeah, Street Fighter 5. I mean, that air fireball was such a good way in, but I love the balance that they gave to it, that if you hit Akuma, the air fireball disappears. Like, I love that change right there. And El Chakotay is loving himself some Lily here in this season so far.
You know, it's great for him. He doesn't have to worry about making fireballs disappear. Instead, he can just make life bars disappear. He did just that. He's gotten so much of this matchup since season 1 down pat, and you gotta wonder to yourself, what does Joe Umar have to do different in comparison to what Chakotay had faced off against Noah the Prodigy over at Combo Breaker, right? One of the biggest weaknesses I saw was the defense before. Joe Umar hasn't really gone to the skies yet, but I will say in round 1, that's kind of what killed him and got him to the corner in the first place. There we go. The drive reversal. Very expensive one at that, and he still gets the win stock. Yes, sir. The knockdown as well. Chakotay with the safe jump. Empty jump low. You have more in the tank for a level 2 if need be, and he's going to use it. Exactly that.
Wow, so a great start from El Chakotay. Yeah, you know, we talked about that combo breaker victory over there against Noah the Prodigy. Noah, who was recently signed and has been in a lot and has been winning a lot of events here and there and placing very high. But El Chakotay was able to take him out. And God, do you feel like this is the season of El Chakotay at this point? I mean, maybe
I'm not sure, man. To be
maybe
honest.
he should be Problem Tay, right? So we've got no Prob Tay, and this is Problem Tay here, because so far El Chakotay has definitely been a problem for a lot of people. And Joe Umar is going to switch to the Akuma now. Akuma, the fireballs are so fast. It's so hard to get around those things, but
So scary. I gotta say, shout out to production, by the way, for throwing in that eagle noise. I see you guys, by the way. I'm just thinking about like this. I'm thinking about G2 and G2. That's a couple of nights ago. But man, the damage coming in from Joe Umar. I'm telling you, this character can do it all, and also he can split you in half in just a millisecond. After one hit, this guy does so much damage.
yeah, I mean, honestly, like he has 9,000 health, but you might as well have 9,000 health as well, because in all manners of speaking, he probably does like 10% more damage than everybody else does, you know?
Yeah. All the damage nerfs that Luke received, and even though it wasn't really too big, it all went to Akuma.
And it's interesting too, because clearly Akuma's very strong. I mean, everybody, there's like, he's the most in master rank. Everybody's using him. Everybody's playing. Daigo's learning him. Kawano's learning him. But it's interesting, you talk to a lot of top players, and some people are still a little torn on him, on how strong Akuma actually is.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a really weird place. A lot of folks kind of dismissed him early upon release of Street Fighter V, but that's just the nature of the beast, right? Watch as Akuma gets developed. We can already tell he's very strong. Oh my god, that's also a plus. Except up until that point, yeah, that dive kick was at a bad angle for Chakotay to actually get his normal out.
Oh,
Instead,
that was punished?
That was so sneaky. So what's crazy about that is the amount of meter he had left and the amount of life that Joe Rogan had left, you gotta think to yourself, it's like, all right, well, I don't think he has a combo in him unless he spends at level 2 to kill me. But the command grab makes it so much worse. Chakotay now gets to save the bar.
Oh! And escapes that DP and gets out of that corner situation. But yeah, I mean, I kind of have that feeling for Akuma. Like you said, the Swiss Army knife of characters, and he has so many tools. I feel like people are just going to keep finding newer and newer tech with him. He just has so many options. So, you know, I think as the season goes, he'll get stronger for sure. Which is scary because he's strong already, honestly.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a monster towards the end of this season. But we'll see. Maybe him and Zangief are going to be kind of crazy. But, you know, we do have those mid-season balance patches coming through.
Yes.
I assume it's going to be mid-season, right? But looking at it right now, Joe Umar sitting at a very, very healthy lead and level 3.
But he burned himself out. He burned himself out with that drive reversal. So, yeah, he's trying to get out of there. Nice check.
Oh, you're dead. You're hella dead.
DP went the wrong direction. Level 3. I mean, this is even massive overkill because it's Akuma here. Because it was also the CA as well. So El Chakotay saying, I don't care if you're going to pick Luke or Akuma. Both are the same to me. I'm going to take them out. No problem. Up 2-0 right now. Joe Umar is going to stick with the Akuma.
I know somewhere Javits has like the Street Fighter sense tingling in his ears. He's like, wait, somebody just pulled off the challenge. The requirements met off the whiffed uppercut? Hell yeah.
Shout out to Javits for always putting out those challenges out there that, you know, as a Kimberly player, I can never accomplish. But here we go, throwing the fireballs and keeping the zoning out right now. One of the hardest things about fighting Lily, honestly, is you know, her footsies are so good because her range is so far. And one of the biggest complaints I've heard about Akuma so far is that he has, you know, fairly stubby buttons.
I don't know about that.
I mean, look,
I'm not gonna agree.
I think like the forward medium kick is super good, the forward heavy punch is really good, but you talk to the Akuma players and they're all like, he's got stubby buttons.
I'm not gonna agree. Like, I'm not gonna agree. I think they're normal buttons. No pun intended.
Oh, nice OD wake up here. Joe Umar Rogan down 0-2, up 1 round here. Oh my goodness! Sweep, no range.
Second. I thought it was nice. I agree with you completely to get Chakotay off your back. But there's something about Tay, man. He is so hard to like get off of you because his offense is so layered deep to kind of figure out whether or not he's gonna command grab. It's so tricky. And then once you get in this situation, you have to spend so many resources to get him off of you again.
Wow! Wow! He just went for it. Holy crap, okay. He wants to put Joe Umar Rogan down to 1 bar. Actually, still has about 2 bars. I wonder if he did that on purpose. That was supposed to be something else. But yeah, it doesn't matter because he's going to get the kill. I mean, that felt like the Javits challenge again. So, 2 touches, and I think Akuma died. And again, that is his weakness. That's the way it works.
Chakotay, truly a problem. And no pun intended to the other guy up there would say. It's tough, man. I think Joe Rogan, he had the right idea initially to kind of like utilize some of the big risks. He had the right ideas with the drive reversals against the Spire, but it's so difficult when he has more than 1 win stock available, man, because you knock him back and it's like, I can either charge up again if you're not ready, or I can just go right back into the Spire. But
yeah.
I will say this too, the Luke not coming to his advantage, or at least not playing out the way he wanted to, it's a hard call, man. Going from your main character to another that's been out for how long it's always going to be a tough transition.
Yeah, and you know, I mean, I've often said, you know, you're talking about that wind spire right there. You know, I can't believe that caught him before he recovered off of the fireball. But you know, the wind-clad OD wind spire. It's always so hard to say that. I've always felt like maybe the best special move in the game, even in season 1. It was just that Lily was kind of, you know, deficient in a lot of areas. Well, they buffed her in a lot of areas, gave her that wake up drive reversal that everybody got, and they didn't do anything to that OD clad wind spire, and that just makes it so good. Like, she's gonna be scary. I think she's gonna be a lot scarier this season for sure.
Damn. Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell only because I feel like she's still very much so underexplored. We still have what? Chakotay, we have some people in NA. I know Dream King is also messing with this character a lot still. And then what we have Hibiki from Japan taking this character beyond another level as well. I think he participated over at DreamHack Sweden ? At the same time.
Yes,
too.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I forget it was.
Made top 16, I think it was.
Yeah.
It was either
fell
top
short
16
to Big Bird.
Yeah. But I mean, so did everybody else. So
that is fair. That is fair.
Well, we haven't had a chance. Congratulations to Big Bird for winning DreamHack Sweden. You know, a lot of people are saying, you know, oh, cool, he's back, dude. Dude never went anywhere. Dude.
He never left. What do you mean? He changed characters.
Yeah, and I think that was a great change, honestly. I really do think that was a great change. But enough about that. Let's actually get onto the final match here on the winner's side of the bracket. It is going to be Flux Waves going up against Adrian. And you can see Flux Waves never been bashful about going with strong characters, and also never been bashful about experimenting with different characters. When we were doing the PlayStation tournaments for Street Fighter V, like, he had like 6 characters that I've seen him use in these tournaments. Like, he's always changing characters here.
That's right.
So, Aki, I think, is a great pick.
She's excellent. She received a ton of big presents to excel her in the current season. But one character that almost remained almost completely unchanged with the significance of the boom change. Guile, piloted by the hands of Adrian at the age of 18. This man's so young, coming in from New York, where some of the greatest have thrived. You know, Guile, still a very significant character in the meta. A character that's been such a problem of so many different people over the course of history. It's so hard to balance this character correctly.
Yeah. I mean, the funny thing is, like, you know, you ask most people who their top fives are, and a lot of people, from season 1, I should say, and a lot of people kind of put Guile right outside there, but everybody who had a Guile training partner, like Mena RD, who had to fight Kaba constantly, they always had Guile in like top 3, you know, because he is such a nuisance to fight. And yeah, a lot of people saying when the season 2 patch came out that he went so like under the radar that a lot of people were picking him to be top tier this season, right from the get-go, basically.
Yeah. It's gonna be very exciting to see. A lot of folks already kind of voting towards Flux Wave Z against Adrian and Y. What's funny enough is I had a chance to pick up the character before the changes had happened. I got very, very lucky picking this character, by the way. I got to talk to Broski. I asked him personally, I'm like, hey man, which of these matchups give you the biggest problem? And he said Guile, and I asked him why. I assumed right off the bat it was the fireballs, and he said he thoroughly says that the fireball game in and of itself is going to give Aki a problem, but the speed that Guile can throw them at is also going to be the biggest deterrence. So the thing with that is now that it's got like what, a little bit more recovery on it, I think Aki's
and remember, now if she goes into the stance and uses the Venomous Fang, that thing is actually projectile invincible like the entire time. So, you know, it works really well against...
Oh, it didn't work? That's crazy. That usually does work.
Yeah, I think you use the medium one. I think you're supposed to use the heavy one. Heavy one will always connect, regardless of range. At least I think so. Because I definitely use this character a lot in season 1 as well. Haven't really had a chance to mess with her in season 2 though. But clearly she's super strong now. And when you are
you can see the unfamiliarity in the matchup from Adrian. Just right off the bat, as soon as the Toxic Reef came out from Flux Waves, the heavy version, if you go for that jump, if you want to alleviate the mix of whether it's of the cross up, you could back roll and just take the safe jump of the Fierce.
Right.
It will land in front, but it's still better than trying to
what a
guess.
Oh,
what a drop.
I mean, there was a little bit of the, obviously one of the biggest changes that she got was that 4-frame light kicks. And now, you know, a lot of her B&Bs are the 2 crouching light punches into standing light kick, but that's a link now. I think Flux just missed the timing that last time.
I don't know what the timing was for this lead up into the level 3, by the way. He just reset the combo. He landed a hit and then waited and landed a counter hit afterwards. That's the point there.
Yeah.
That makes it so tricky.
So Flux actually noticed that. I mean, obviously last time he did the whip jump, heavy punch into throw. This time he's like, okay, I'm actually go for the cross-up because maybe Adrian is not aware of it.
Yeah. The first time around, he shouldn't really get away with that because she has to land and then throw out a 5-frame normal. Adrian could have been able to at least interrupt it, but we'll see if that interaction happens again. Dang, Flux Waves came in with another 2 HP in the air. He tried to go straight for the dive.
Right, now we're in the corner here, so how is Flux Waves going to get out of there? And you can see how he's actually, the way that he's chosen to fight Adrian is that whenever it gets to that fireball situation, he throws out the EX poison ball. So it just erases all the sonic booms, and then he gets in. Oh no! The drop combo again!
Yeah, he did get the standing light kick, but he didn't get the medium version of the Reef.
Okay. Oh,
that's tricky.
And a punish counter as well. So guaranteed death.
Very, very surprised.
Here's that safe jump. Yep. Gets the hit. Gets a frame trap in there. There's the overhead setup into the combo in the corner. This is scary because Aki can, oh, he's got a different setup.
Jeez.
No. I don't think I knew about that one.
My bad.
I knew about that one.
It's actually the Serpent Lash. I got the 2 names mixed up. Of course it's the Serpent Lash. She's a snake. I totally get it. But anyways, Flux Waves making big waves. Already 2-0 against Adrian. A lot of unfamiliarity coming in to play against the matchup. This is a character that you will face off a lot in tournament and in rank. I think she's starting to come back a little bit if it's not Akuma.
I'm trying to figure out how he did that setup. Like, I'm trying to test it right now, and it's not hitting meaty. So I don't know what he did. I'm gonna have to go rewatch that at some point in time because that was sick. Oh my goodness.
I love the snake step feint, by the way. It makes so many people nervous. Yes, jump again.
The fact that it goes backwards now too, like it's so weird. Like I said, he has just been utilizing. That has been the primary strategy of Flux Waves fighting against the Sonic Boom. Is just that OD poison ball, and there it is again.
Yes. That's been the main tool to contest against the Sonic Booms.
Oh,
Broski had said the same thing too. Yeah, you get the full trap. You gotta press a button.
Yeah, this is a mistake. Aki is one of the scariest characters in Burnout. That sequence right there, standing medium punch, low jab, standing medium punch, low jab, back and forth, is a true trap. Problem is she slowly pushes herself out a little bit.
Yes.
But
there's a moment where you have to drive rush forward after like a medium punch connects, because it's still a frame trap through and through, right?
But I mean, again, like, you don't want to sit there and take it because it's so scary. But remember, she's not doing any chip damage to you when she does that, so you gotta be patient against her.
The thing that Flux Waves are doing, he was doing the snake step into the kick, so it does do that.
Oh, that's true. You're right.
Yeah,
you're right.
You leave yourself plus
a
lot. Like it's pretty good.
You're right. I forgot about it. I forgot he did do that. Now that you've mentioned it.
Yeah, and that's actually one of the bigger sequences that Adrian can get into another round. It was expensive, but it's a sequence he needed desperately.
Yeah, it's one of those things. If you're fighting against Aki, like, I understand against certain characters, and especially with Guile, because he does such a good job keeping people out, that you could burn yourself out on purpose if you really need to, but you gotta watch this gauge, because I don't know what the heck Adrian's gonna do right now.
He's plus one after each of those kicks, and it does a little bit of damage every single time. So,
and because it's in the corner, that distance where she gets pushed out isn't gonna happen. And so when she gets you in the corner, it's just lights out at that point.
It happens little by little, but not as often as it would in comparison to mid-screen. Like, she still will get pushed out where you have to spend like driver's counter eventually. But yeah, this is going to be huge for Adrian with the side switch as well. The frame kill. You saw the flash to parry, and this burnout could be critical against Flux Wave Z. Can you make the most of it? Level 3 is not going to hit.
For it. Okay. I mean, it was the last round. I don't blame him. A lot of times you do that when the enemy is plus. But I felt like it was I think it was in a situation at a range where Adrian might have been feeling a little tentative, you know. It didn't feel like a super aggressive moment there.
Oh, that was a beautiful punish counter too. Man, the cross up again. What? Listen, we'll call that the American reset. Ready?
Yeah, like I said, I think Flux, I don't know if it's just the online, but he's just missing that standing light kick link. Oh no, just ate the jump. I guess he thought he could get under.
The classic. Fighting gamers all over the world do that.
Yeah. Oh. Too far away. Wasn't charged for the flash kick, but he was there. So now he gets that combo. Being able to stop your drive rush cold with stuff like Sonic Blade set, so nice. Oh, what a reaction! I didn't even see the drive impact from Flux at all, but Adrian caught it, had the reaction, had the 18-year-old reaction. Let's go, Adrian.
Yeah, he set himself up pretty neatly with the projectiles, right? A lot of the projectiles, even if you kind of predicted, it's hard to actually get a drive impact in response to, especially if Adrian decided to use like OD or even like Sonic.
Oh no.
Oh god, Sonic Cross.
Oh, and yeah, you saw there, Flux didn't even go for the leap combo that time. Just went for Season 1 routes right there. Oh man, again, that OD poison ball has just been causing so many problems for Adrian.
Parry. Couple of jabs, light kick. No, he went for the command grab, you sneaky dog. That was counter hit too. Adrian tried to interrupt it.
One of the things that you can do, it depends on the range. If she cancels into the stance and you're decently far away, you can walk backwards. Like if you see her go into stance, you can start walking backwards. Because a lot of times you can walk yourself out of throw range and she doesn't have any lows to keep you from walking backwards.
It's hard too. Like even if you do get caught walking backwards, what can you do? Like crouching short, crouching jab, stand light kick. If it's still in range, but that more often than not, it's very difficult.
Right, and if she goes into stance, she literally has no lows at that point, right?
100%.
see you go into that stance.
Oh, that's huge.
Now she's burned out. And yeah, this is a scary situation here because this is for round right here, and this is gonna do so much chip. You can see every time he blocks. Oh no, it was too far away. It was too far away. But he's gonna land on that fireball. That was an unfortunate situation, but you know, you obviously look from old games when you have those fireballs, you can't just sit there and block it when you're actually gonna take chip damage. You know, obviously if it wasn't burned out, he would just sit there and block it, but once you're actually in that burnout, you've got to figure out a way to jump over it and avoid it.
Right.
It starts feeling a lot more like Street Fighter 2 days.
You know, we're not going to relive those nightmare situations ever again, I feel like. So long as they have drive gauge, right? But we've come to a very, very interesting crossroads, right? We got 2 and 2. Will Flux Wave Z switch over to his original character, or is he going to stick it out with Aki, right? So this crossroads is going to be a very interesting one at that. And overall, Adrian, I think his adaptation thus far, I feel like he's just been a lot more comfortable with how he wants to play the game, at least in neutral. It's very evident. You can see the amount of sonic booms that he's been throwing at the specific ranges he's been throwing them at, and a little bit more cognizant of the meter too. So this is going to be a very, very significant change up. Flux now going in with the JP pick.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, because I mean, obviously he was a JP main in season 1, and this character has always given Guile a lot of problems, and a lot of people are suspecting that's one of the reasons why a lot of people kind of underestimated Guile in season 1, because you just saw that JP's just kind of made their lives miserable a lot of the time. But JP obviously been nerfed a lot. I still think he's strong, but clearly nothing compared to what he was at the start.
Pretty significant. You can see the difference in terms of the pacing between both players. The level 2 is going to be coming out. Let's see what your defense is like.
Nice, yeah. That was one of the buffs, being able to throw out the ghost and cancel it, get into that super, the OD ghost and the super.
The activation too.
Oh no, too far! And you saw Flux even went for the parry. Had he gotten the throw, that probably would have killed him. But speaking of killed him, Rob jumped in the flash kick.
That was actually kind of smooth. I'm not gonna lie to you. Punishing the spike, clean with the jump in. We're looking at match point for Adrian. Huge turnaround. Oh, speaking of, we got the L block coming in. Bang! Backbreaker midair.
Oh no, landing on the fireball, that's not good. Oh. Gonna make it right through there, but Adrian burned himself out. This is a scary situation now, because obviously JP's still very good at taking advantage of burnt out opponents. But he burned himself out because he thought that was gonna be in range to block.
Oh, he's still playing offense too.
Still alive, still has a chance. Nobody has any super.
The command grab, Flux Wave Z, you dirty dog, part 2. Adrian could have gotten out of it in multiple ways.
Dude, the classic right there, the point blank command grab. Oh man.
That is a Flux special, 100% Flux special.
Absolutely. Oh, the second swipe caught him. He was trying to dash through it. You can do that, depending on how fast your drive rush is. I don't know if Guile's fast enough.
You can see, I don't think so either. Guile is just crumbling a little bit. Adrian, after getting hit with that command grab, you can see the differences in his demeanor. But Flux Waves has been putting up a lot of different looks, keeping the projectile wall available to him to keep the space. Up until this point, Adrian, oh, look at that forward throw activation because of the burnout. This is a lot of damage.
That punish counter throw was everything right there. It put him at just burn. Wow, what a perfect parry timing. Not gonna be enough to kill, but that chip is gonna do it. Adrian loves the nice comeback right there.
Oh, Adrian, I see you with a huge comeback, forcing the Aki switch against Flux Waves into JP, his main and tried and true. Still with the Guile in a matchup that deemed to be one of Guile's worst matchups in season 1.
But shout outs to Joe Umar, Rogan out there. Yeah, I apologize, guys. My mic is a little staticky right now. I'll see if I can do something with that. But He says he likes the static because now I sound like one of those old-timey radio announcers. And we see the situation here, and it's going to be a pressure in the corner. That level 3 is not going to connect. And Adrian took that round.
James, what is that? Can we talk about it? I'm gonna transport you back to 2024, where the damage is alive and well. Aki is doing pretty well for herself too. So taking a look at it too, I gotta say, there were a lot of moments where I felt like Adrian just wasn't comfortable with the matchup. So he's like, you know what, I'm gonna make it so that I don't have to worry about some of the matchup nuances when I get hit. I'm gonna make sure I just avoid getting hit, right?
Right, yeah. And then, like I said, that punish counter throw put him right to the verge of being burnt out. So he got the meaty in there, and then it was just such a tough situation for Flux to handle. Burned out in the corner like that. Everything sucks when you're burned out in this game. And again, it's supposed to. Don't get burned out.
Yeah,
but we're looking at the bracket here, and interestingly enough, you know, we can see that some of the lower bracket has been played out already. In fact, Smage and No Prob Tay have played already. It looks like Smage has taken that one 3-2 over No Prob. So we've definitely lost one of our Lukes in this tournament.
Yeah, but big ups to No Prob Tay. I love watching him play. I would have loved to see that replay between Smage and himself. 3-2 is nothing to be ashamed of. I think, you know, against someone like Smage, who's been doing it for a long time with Joey and multitude of characters. It's a good run. But speaking of which, Flux Wave Z now facing off against Joe Umar Rogan. That's going to be off stream, but we're going to see the champion of that in just a little bit. We've gone through our first four. Now it's going to be Spaceboy versus Shine. It's going to be Chot versus Adrian. It's going to be a fun time either way you spin it, because the diversity is definitely there with the different characters that we've seen thus far, right?
Yeah, again, we're so early in the season, and I feel like so much we're still trying to figure out at this point. So really excited to see what's going to happen as this tournament goes on. But of course, we got to take a quick break. Guys, do not go anywhere. More Street Fighter 6 action coming up after this.
PlayStation.
Gaming is defined by moments.
It is intense.
The joy of victory and the thrill of overcoming challenges. Welcome to our home of competitive gaming, where we can all experience exciting esports moments
The final 1v1 of the game here.
and celebrate the pros and the rising stars,
I do want to see a female in the MCS.
bringing you guides and deep dives
Horizon can go up, but she can't go up fast.
and tournaments where the community competes.
Wait! Did he get? No way!
Whether you're in a heated match
Back, let's go.
or watching along at the edge of your seat,
A duo taking down a trio!
let's create moments from the games you love.
They'll take it.
Join us and subscribe to our channel to follow everything esports on PlayStation.
PlayStation.
Evo 2024 is the biggest Evo ever. Publisher booths, art gallery, a bigger cosplay contest, the biggest Evo arcade ever, and the show floor is open for 3 days. More good news, your show floor ticket gets you into the all-new arena experience. This year, it's one ticket for everything, which is great because all 8 featured games will have the finals played on the main stage.
Your Evo champion, guys. Give it up for...
We made it out of the wormhole and back onto the road again. PlayStation tournament's going down with the road to Evo 2024 for Street Fighter 6, specifically for the North America region. Coming back to you live. My name is Vicious, here with James Chen. Now, I gotta mention, it is June 23rd. For those of you that are planning to go to Evo, tonight might just be the night to do it. This year, it's one ticket for everything. However, the registration does close June 24th, so be sure to head over to evo.gg to grab your tickets to the biggest Evo ever. And I sincerely mean that, the biggest Evo ever, because we have so much to go through. We have so many celebrations at different fighting games to go through. But in the meantime, again, evo.gg, be sure to sign up now because that deadline is ending tomorrow. Now, with everything said in mind, we have ourselves the rest of the bracket to determine who will be sent off to Evo to represent North America here for the PlayStation tournaments. Let's take a look at who's still on the road to Evo. We got Space Boy versus Shine, then Chakotay versus Adrian NY. Down below, the big Joe Umar Rogan taking it down 3-0 against Flux Wave Z. We were waiting to see what would happen, and over the course of the break, we happened to see it finally. So that's actually pretty damn interesting going into the lower side.
I really wanna. I'm wondering if anybody in chat knows who might have actually like watched either of their streams, but who did Joe use and who did Flux use? Like, did Joe just go with the Luke, or did he do the 3-0 with the
Akuma?
Akuma? And the reason why I asked too, because like I'm surprised. Flux Waves has a history at these PlayStation tournaments of getting sent to losers bracket first round and then making the grand finals. Like he did it, like he does it all the time.
Yeah.
So I'm surprised to see him go down here 0-2 at this tournament. But again, new season, and we're all still learning to the best of our abilities at this point.
No doubt, and that's actually kind of crazy too. He is a character that's very much so a threat, in my opinion, against the meta. But at the same time, it's like, you know, if you're picking her up maybe like a little bit before the changes happened or even after the season 2 buffs had happened, it's very, very difficult to make that thorough transition between playing as JP into like Aki. So it's understandable. But again, it really depends whether or not Joe Mirogan busted out the Akuma or the Luke. In the meantime, we're going to switch it up towards the winner's side regardless. Space Boy versus Shine. 75% of you pick Space Boy straight up. Is it the Luke?
Wow!
Is it the shoes?
Wow!
I need to know. I need to know, chat. You need to let me know. You need to let us know.
You know what? Space Boy probably sent his stream and was like, go vote for me, you know, or something. But I don't know. Like, obviously, Shine's such a strong player. In the Street Fighter V era, you know, he was always right there. He was always right behind, you know, the IDOM, the Punks, etc., that were winning NLBC all the time. He was always in that mix. I mean, the amount of times that he's had to fight, you know, all those amazing New York players. I mean, man, he's probably fought them more than anybody else at this point.
I can totally attest to that and agree. That's going to be a pretty significant punish going into it already. Shine has this lockdown in the corner, down pat, and even more so. Okay, Space Boy, not afraid to let that rip. He could have died if it was blocked, and I love the risk taken from Space Boy. Up until this point, a little bit left in the tank. Doesn't even need to defend the level 1. Shine, more than enough for the first round in a very, very Kim-heavy round.
Yeah, and Space Boy even spent the extra OD bar on that ODDP if I saw. Oh, the down medium punch baits out the DP, and here we go to the corner. What's the, oh, wow. Space Boy is not scared to wake up with those buttons, man. He is not scared at all.
Not today, at least.
Yeah, he is doing those ODDPs on wake up all day, and now here we go. Kim in the corner. This is not a good situation. Hard for her to fight out. Doesn't go for the wake up drive reversal yet. And you saw Space Boy went with a meaty light too. He was anticipating that wake up drive reversal because lights are almost always able to block in time.
Ooh, he tried to pull off what he did in the last game against, oh my God, he tried to chip him out. He did that against No Prob Tay.
Oh,
You're hella dead.
Oh my God.
Way. You can't block that. And just enough to cover the space. No pun intended. Shine going in with the run slide. That was actually very, very well played. Shine not having to bust out the Chun-Li just yet. The Kimberly's doing more than enough damage so far in game one.
Yeah, I almost thought that level 3 was gonna catch Kim before she got into the air, like it would clip her out of the air, but Jump was fast enough to get away from there. And so yeah, Shine with that first game, but there's that, you know, meter for the meter on the drive reversal, but now also gets the drive impact, and Shine is in a world of hurt.
Man, that was hella meaty, as well as burnout on top. That's actually so good for Spaceboy. Up until this point, Shine finishing the rest of that run into the kit.
He doesn't
What a backdash, too.
Yeah, and now he's got his meter back, you know, being aggressive. That's almost always gonna trade, but Spaceboy went for it again with the ODDP, and this time, Shine actually calls it out.
Oh, he's checking for delayed normals. Back-to-back roundhouses? That's a lot of confidence, one, from Shine. But that's also a good kind of like adjustment to maybe how Spaceboy wants to press buttons. Thankfully enough, Spaceboy a lot more calmer in the approach, at least from up close and mid-screen, not trying to press any buttons and get big counter hits against him.
Yeah, but he's used a lot of drive reversals, so he's gone down in the meter. He hasn't had a chance to build it back up, which is why I think he's going for this level 3. He was unable to get back into the green on that drive gauge, but here he is now, has all the resources, goes for the drive rush throw. Okay, Shine not gonna go, okay, target combo side switch. Here we go, into the corner here. Goes for the can setup here, low into overhead. Good block from Spaceboy. Great defense from Spaceboy at this point now. All right. Oh, good check.
Stop too, and I love that. Shine just kind of hounding him down. He knows he's at the deficit, but one solid sequence can actually lead to so much. Right here, you get the spray can if need be. Yes, sir.
Goes for the heavy kick. Goes for the overhead again. That's twice in a row, and Spaceboy has blocked it both times.
He had the parry out. He just had to sit there and hold the rest of the mix.
The level 3.
Huge. Yes, elbow into level 3. Finds a way to get the kill scenario. I think this just might be enough.
Oh, yeah, it should be enough. It should be enough. There it is. And Shine going up, was that 2-0 now over Spaceboy. So really, really nice play here from Shine's Kimberly. Doing the work. Gonna see if he can actually make this 3-0, and starts off with a great interruption on that drive rush cancel.
Target combo, a lot of carry into the corner, allows himself to get the spray can going. Hey, not too bad. He doesn't get a big mix, but he got a punish counter after all of that.
Yeah.
Gets to set up a can again.
Probably not going to spend the can here, going to save it, but Spaceboy, that was twice in a row that he pressed buttons on Wake Up and got hit by the meaty crouching light punch. Not sure what Spaceboy was going for, but that's just going to put Shine at match point.
And that was actually pretty neat. Him going for the overhead to reset the damage and also get the bigger corner carry was really great from Shine.
Oh, the check again. Here we go, slide. Yeah, he doesn't have a can anymore, so he's gonna take the damage instead of reload. He's going for canless mix-ups from Kimberly right now. Look at this pressure. Oh, the shimmy.
That could have been it.
Take advantage of it. Oh, we know the kind of damage that Luke can do.
This is not bad. If you're Shine, this is definitely not bad. I think you have a little bit left in the tank of the drive gauge.
This might be burnout, because it was a critical art. Oh yeah, you're just shy. No, there it is. After the sandblast. Oh boy. Oh,
he got hit.
Yeah, just ran in with that raw shoulder. Bro, he called out the shimmy. He called out the shimmy. He's not dead!
No, he's hella dead. He's hella dead. He backrolled too.
Right, yeah. I mean, there you see a perfect example of where in last season, you would have been dead for sure from Luke. And you see how that nerf has actually affected him. He got the round anyway, but Shine now starting out with his level 3, gonna get Spaceboy down to 50%. Has not had a chance to reload the cans, but I don't think he's gonna need to.
So we'll do it. And Spaceboy instead commits to the option that got him out of trouble multiple times in multiple games. However, in this one, 3-0 is awarded to Shine for his patience and overall offense, man. Even without the cans, he was dishing out so much damage off of these straight hits.
Yeah, that was beautiful stuff there. Really nicely done by Shine. And didn't need to switch to the Chun-Li that time. Kimberly did all the work and was able to take that one. So Shine is going to move on the winner's side of the brackets. And we're going to take a look at these highlights over here. And again, yeah, landing this level 3, obviously such a nice buff for Kimberly. Well, I mean, normalization of her damage. Just like a pixel away from killing. And I can't believe he made it over.
I also can't believe he made it over. I thought he was too close.
Yeah, I thought that was gonna hit his. I mean, that super's really fast too, so I was surprised it didn't catch her on her way up.
To be honest with you, I don't even remember what the hitbox looks like, but being at 10 frames on that startup, that Pale Rider could just, it takes out so many people. But speaking of level 3s, man, there were a lot of instances too where Shine had pretty much close encounters too, even off of those lights and the way he kind of ended that combo. I thought for a second he might have had Spaceboy living by just a little bit. Also, look at the layers of offense too. Even with the frame kill, Spaceboy thought he could press a button on the way over. But speaking of buttons, man, OD uppercut, not gonna pull through for him this time. But even so, even if it had connected, you got so much more to go through still.
Oh yeah, it would have just, it was almost like delaying the inevitable. Like I said, Luke can dish out a lot of damage, but he had already spent most of his meter. I think Spaceboy only had like 1.5 bars, so he wasn't gonna have that level 3 in his back pocket to try the comeback. But again, he's got the losers bracket run to be able to try to make it out. And so we're gonna find out who Shine is gonna go up against. It is going to be the winner of this coming match, and that, of course, is going to be between El Chicote and Adrian NY. And, you know, I met El Chicote a long time ago when he was a young cat in the FGC, but now he is more of the veteran, and now it is Adrian who is more of the up-and-comer, the young upstart here. So let's see if El Chicote can take him out.
And this is a matchup that I've actually been looking forward to in regards to, like, how often we see Lilies, right? Chicote has had plenty of answers against characters or players like Knuckle even Kaba as well. I don't really get to see it too often on like CFNs either, or any like really big replays outside of Japan. I should specifically state. So I'm actually kind of curious to see how Chicote approaches the Guile matchup now.
Yeah, because I mean, obviously this was season 1, but if you remember, Hibiki was invited to Red Bull Kumite, and he looked like he couldn't do anything to Knuckle Dude's Guile. And, you know, talking with Justin on the commentary at that point, he was just like, yeah, this fight is really bad for Lily. But like I said, I don't know how it's changed in season 2, but as we mentioned earlier, nothing really happened to Guile. So this might still be kind of a bad matchup.
We're about to find out. Chicote does manage to get himself a win stock. He does get the Mexican Typhoon dash up over. That's going to be hella damage too. The damage plus the stock, that's actually so good for Chicote.
Yeah, and when you do the regular, when you're close enough to do the regular Wind-Clad Spire, and they use the drive reversal on you, that's so great because you come out on top of the meter that way.
And you still got one left in the tank as Chicote. Yeah, he's going to spend the rest of that Spire. Adrian could not get himself out of there. He had a level 1, but I don't think that would have been like, enough, I feel like.
Right. Yeah, and he just probably wasn't ready for it at the time. Maybe he wasn't even charged. Not you know, no way to know unless we look at the inputs. Oh, God, it's so fast! And that's the scary part. And Chicote has that timed really well. That's a manual timing after you get the Typhoon, the Mexican Typhoon, and then drive rush into Crouching Fierce. Like, you can catch people in pre-jump frames and stuff like that, but it's tricky. It's a manual timing. And again, you see right there, that's the regular Wind Spire that he's spending the drive reversal on. So Chicote is coming out on top of the meter usage that way.
Immediately going for the drive. Adrian had backed up just to get himself set up for the big burnout, but that's going to be fine for Chicote. He burns out by his own means with the drive reversal. Not going to have to fear the rest of the booms as much, at least up until this point.
Yeah.
Chip is imminent, by the way.
It's really dangerous. I don't know what Chicote pressed there, but he definitely tried something. We saw the counter hit on Adrian's side. Here we go.
Heavy punch, perhaps. I think it was one of the heavier normals.
Yeah. It's a good button for Lily. I don't blame anyone for using it.
Oh, no, too late. I I'm not too sure about that drive reversal. Chakotay making out like a bandit, at least with not just the damage, but the drive gauge. Again, Adrian sees himself into this burnout. A little bit problematic. The chip damage is there, and the throw as well. Just within range to drive rush again, and into the Typhoon. I love that setup off of low medium. Damn!
Okay, but he's gonna get himself out of here with that level 1, but he's still burned out, which is the crazy thing. Finally getting some of that meter back, and there we go. He's gonna be finally out of that burnout, and to be honest with you, he's still within range to might even be able to steal this round. Not after doing that, never mind. The drive reversal was just too far. And you saw Chakotay holding the wind charge, so she didn't lean forward and just scrape past that drive reversal.
I've seen that before. Someone's about to clip that for Chakotay, that's for sure, if he's streaming, because that is something that a lot of folks, a lot of the Lily specialists, only a handful of them, have actually put out on Twitter before to avoid drive reversals or counter hit buttons.
That's so good. And look at this DP for the extension in the corner. Command throw. It's a guess situation. You've got to interrupt that before she gets to you with that Condor Spire. Oh! Not enough to kill!
I like that. What a whiff punish, dude, right in front of the sweep. Nice and easy. Chakotay looking at another round, hopefully another game with the pace that he's been playing at. For Adrian, I still think he's got the potential to take some more rounds off of him.
Oh no, just wasn't even thinking about it that time. The young man reaction's not coming through this time. Oh, I love that offensive drive reversal to try to keep Adrian in the corner. Don't want to give him a single inch out of there. Right, yep, that's a beautiful usage of that Sonic Blade just to get yourself so much real estate on the stage.
Yo, what? He clipped on normal? I couldn't tell, but there was counter hit. It was 100% a counter hit.
So far. Oh man, can Adrian do this? Can he complete the 0 health comeback here? I mean, I think he's got like 2 pixels, and he keeps using those drive reversals to stay out.
Oh, that is huge, but it's level 2.
Solid.
Does he have it?
Yeah.
Oh, he's definitely got the combos.
Oh no,
my God.
it was too far away. You see, it was like pixels, and he's gonna get chipped. He got burned out in the middle of that, and it died by chip.
That's crazy. I actually can't believe it. I thought he was gonna be living, but it does so much chip damage to the drive gauge. That was crazy. 2 games straight for Chakotay. Big whiff punish against the sweep.
Very confirmable thanks to the 2 hits of that crouching heavy punch. Here we go, gets a throw. Now Chakotay trapped in the corner. What can he do here?
Beautiful sequencing there from Adrian as well.
And got the perfect parry. And so, oof.
That's one of the Mexican Typhoons. I don't think we'll need to see another one because he's got, yeah, he had the wind-clad version.
Oh no. Yeah,
Condor dive, hella damage.
Yeah, on that punish right there, for sure. If you got the meter and you've got the wind stocks, yeah, just spend it. Lily could definitely dish out the damage here. And Chakotay is looking so strong, so solid. Looks like he might even be able to 3-0 Adrian. This is why he was your combo breaker champion. Such a strong player. From the Midwest region. Oh no, you just ate the jump in straight up. Look at this damage. He has the level 3 ready to go. That is gonna end it right there. El Chakotay gonna be moving on to fight against Shine.
Shine. And well deserved too, man. This is a guy that's been going through the ringer in season 1. Now receiving all the buffs and the glory with this Lily Chakotay. Try and true. It's not even just about the buffs. It's more so the trials and tribulations he had gone through with this character. So excellent work, excellent research all around, and good execution, amazing execution from my guy El Chakotay, but also big ups on the other side of it too. Adrian, I see you, man. Adrian doing a fantastic job thus far. He has another shot in the lower side as it stands right now. I want to see what happens after this replay between Chakotay and Shine.
I mean, you know, a lot of people were saying that the players who were sticking with the characters like Lily and Manon and Kimberly and such, you know, were the ones that were kind of playing for season 2, right? But right now, honestly, Lily seems to be the one that has benefited the most from that. The Manons still haven't been quite putting in as much work yet, although we see obviously Random and Idom doing well with the character. But El Chicote's Lily is just looking so strong right now.
Yep. And both in fashion of 3-0 on the upper side of the bracket. Again, Shine, just kind of reiterate, 3-0 against Space Boy. Chicote taking it down 3-0 against Adrian and Y. So we're going to see ourselves in possibly Kim versus Lily. Now, before we even get into anything else, Kim versus Lily? Excuse me? In a winners finals scenario? Right? What do you mean? What do you mean?
Now, what's interesting about this here, it's actually kind of funny because I ran into El Chicote in Battle Hub one time, and he fought me, and his Lily just destroyed me. Now, obviously, there's a huge gap in skill level at this point, but, you know, I talked to him afterwards, and he's like, I do think Lily beats Kimberly. And I asked him, how do you do against Shine? He's like, Shine's been having a harder and harder time beating me with Kimberly these days. So I don't know. We'll see if that's if Chicote decides to stick with. If Shine decides to stick with the Kimberly and try it one time, or if he just goes straight into the Chun-Li.
I would love to see it personally. I want to see what happens, how that goes out, and that's going to be happening after this break. So if you guys are excited as we are, we got to make sure you guys are hydrated, get the snacks ready, because when we get through it, we have more Street Fighter 6 action to determine our winner to go through an NA for the road to Evo. Stick around. We got more action right after this.
PlayStation.
Gaming is defined by moments.
It is intense.
The joy of victory and the thrill of overcoming challenges. Welcome to our home of competitive gaming, where we can all experience exciting esports moments.
The final 1v1 of the game here.
And celebrate the pros and the rising stars.
I do want to see a female in the NCS.
Bringing you guides and deep dives.
Horizon can go up, but she can't go up fast.
And tournaments where the community competes.
Wait! Did he get? No way!
Whether you're in a heated match,
Back, let's go.
or watching along at the edge of your seat.
A duo taking down a trio.
Let's create moments from the games you love.
They'll take it!
Join us and subscribe to our channel to follow everything esports on PlayStation.
PlayStation.
Evo 2024 is the biggest Evo ever. Publisher booths, art gallery, a bigger cosplay contest, the biggest Evo arcade ever, and the show floor is open for 3 days. More good news, your show floor ticket gets you into the all-new arena experience. This year, it's one ticket for everything, which is great because all 8 featured games will have the finals played on the main stage.
Your Evo champion, guys. Give it up for...
Welcome back, everybody, to PlayStation Tournament's Road to Evo for Street Fighter 6 here in the North America region. That's right, the person who wins this tournament today, they're all fighting for an all-expense-paid trip to Evo, which will cover their flight, their lodging, their badges, and everything, their registration, and such a cool prize to have. But, you know, if you're sitting here watching this and you've been on the fence about going to Evo yourself, well, look, you've got a day left. It is the 23rd and registration closes on the 24th. So literally 1 day left. You know, get your ticket now if you want to compete at the biggest Evo ever. And again, it's going to be different this year. We've had, you know, the 2 separate tickets for the Friday, Saturday, and then there's the Sunday. This year, it's 1 ticket for all 3 days. You can go in and out of the arena as you want, the area where they're going to have all the top 8s played. But not only that, but Evo has definitely been stepping it up in terms of, you know, just having a lot of cool extra things to see, like the joystick museums and, you know, a lot of history. And of course, you also get a chance to try out a lot of new games that might not be out yet, or some DLC characters that, you know, have not been available yet. So get your book right now. It's now or never, basically.
If you guys want to hang out in Vegas, that's cool too. But in the meantime, let's take a look at the brackets as we continue on our path. Upper side, we got Shine and Chakotay. Well, damn. Am I seeing this correctly? On the loser side, Spaceboy 3-0ing Joe Umar Rogan. Is that correct?
Wow, okay. Spaceboy 3-0 over Joe Umar Rogan. That's crazy. Because, I mean, look at that lower bracket over there. That means Joe 3-0'd Flux, and then Spaceboy 3-0'd Joe. Like, these are all amazing players, and to see anyone go 0-3 is always a surprising thing to see. Joe had nothing but 3-0 matches. He lost 0-3 to Chakotay, beat Flux 3-0, and then lost 0-3 to Spaceboy.
3-0 Joe. 3-0 Joe. Listen, man, I wouldn't mind having a nickname like that, so long as most of them are W's, and Joe Rogan is definitely that guy to get the W's. Either way, Shine versus El Chakotay, Kim versus Lily. In what universe did we ever...
Winners finals.
Yeah, what did we ever
Definitely a season 2. Definitely a season 2 situation here. But again, I'm going to be curious to see what Shine decides to go with, because, I mean, one of the biggest weaknesses that Kim has, I mean, the viewers right now think that Shine's got this in the bag. This is a classic case of rushdown versus keep out, right?
Yeah.
So one of the hardest things is that Kim has no range on her normals, while Lily has tons of range. So it actually makes it a little bit harder for Kimberly to get in on Lily. But once she does, you know, Lily, her ODDP is only throw invul. So, you know, you can just kind of run all over her with buttons all day, meaty buttons. But obviously there's the wake up drive reversal to consider now. So that might come into play here if they decide to go with that matchup.
Right, that's pretty huge.
Oh, yep, he is going to go with the Kimberly. So, like I said, I fought Chakotay just recently in the Battle Hub, and he told me that he feels like this is a matchup that Lily wins now. So we'll see if Shine can do anything to reverse that belief. Oh, nice. Predicted that he wasn't going with the medium win charge right there.
Right. It's going to be so difficult to also pin down Shine. He's just waiting for his opportunity. Him, like, not pushing the agenda in neutral is so smart, but this burnout just might be the death of him. Yes. Okay, so great reaction. Although Chakotay succeeded in getting the win clad, or at least the win charge, 3 times, this might be, now it might be a little bit problematic for Shine. I'm not going to lie to you.
And I love that wake-up drive reversal from El Chakotay, because Shine was burned out. Had he blocked that, it would have only been -2, and so Shine wouldn't even have been able to punish that wake-up drive reversal. But here we go, gonna be able to kill with the level, spend the level 1 just to be sure. You were burned out, didn't have the ODDP, so the level 1 necessary.
You know, the talks that we had literally right beforehand about Chakotay having a great time against Shine, I want to see it like come very, very close, but it was pretty convincing right now. Chakotay's got that confidence in regards to like how it should be played, whether or not like he gets a burnout situation, whether he doesn't.
It's interesting strategy here from Shine. What a read. That is definitely a sign that these two have fought each other before. All right, there's the pressure and then backs away. He's just, he cornered himself. This is scary. Still a chance to get splatted against the wall, but nice jump escape right there. And now back to the drive reversals as soon as he got that meter.
Yeah, still pretty healthy though. Shine not only does have the life lead, he does get the corner carry, but this drive gauge is going to be everything to him. Speaking of which, yes sir, Chot tried to make the read with the drive reversal. Now you're eating tons of potential damage, especially with this. Level 3, actually, you're dead. Not even potential damage, you're actually dead.
Yeah, it's always one of those tough choices for Kimberly because you're like, you know what, I might have been able to kill with a level 1, maybe a level 2, but if I just go for the level 3, I'm buffed. And so, you know, even though that was overkill, he's gonna come into this round with the faster, stronger Kimberly.
Yeah. Oh my.
Dude, he is just, that's it. That's his whole strategy right now, is the drive reversals. He doesn't care if he's burning himself out because you notice every time he lands a drive reversal, he's pushing Chakotay back. And so he has a lot of room to kind of run away.
And this is huge too. Shine, he has to find a way to combat his current status, while Chakotay kind of just drives on in there. Not even drives, but kind of flies on in there too. And that drive gauge is going to be everything. Charge up the wind spire. Yes, indeed. Not spire, excuse me. Just the wind charge. Hello.
Yeah, one of the scariest things is that Lily's crouching heavy punch does blow up Kimberly's elbow really well. So if the Lily player is on point with their anti-air, it's almost impossible for Kimberly to jump in on her. Because she's also got the super floaty jump, so.
Yeah, it's such a weird angle. I still remember Papa Hawk, the way that he's got his jump angle where he could get into like that, like almost like a triangle, right? Very similar to like, I want to say like Blanca's and Guile's, but just slower.
And there you go, look at that. Just nullifying that spray can with the command grab. Another command grab. Yeah, I see Shine trying to, you know, get in closer by just doing the jump down elbow to try to get some space in there.
With a drive reversal and the overhead as well, checking with the forward throw. This is going to be all Shine, at least up until this point. We do get the knockdown.
He actually finished the charge, too. It wasn't even a punish counter. He actually got the wind charge. Can set up, goes for the low. Nice block on the overhead. Oh, not dead yet. And see, again, Kimberly does 1080 damage with her throws. Everybody else is doing 1200 with her throws. So, you know, that would have killed with any other character. Here we go. Oh!
Is this where you get to, okay, now you have to dish out all the damage in the world if need be, right? You're not going to get a lot of, not too many mix-ups, right? But you're going to be able to net all of these knockdowns, level 3 incoming.
Yeah, let's do it right here. It's not going to kill, but it's going to put Lily just at the verge. So Chakotay's going to have a lot of trouble trying to make this comeback here.
Oh, you are so sneaky. So that's one of the harder things to do. And you know what's funny about that? Like Chakotay, the only response he had, 2 responses that he's had are parry or a reaction super.
Right.
In that instance. Because of how low his life was, he was not able to rebuttal with the drive input.
Right, and I mean, honestly, I was in the same situation, Chakotay. It was the last thing I was thinking about, and then as soon as I saw it, I was like, I got God. Ooh, interesting. Okay, goes for the cam setup after. Oh, no, baited out. And goes for the OD teleport to get the extra jumping damage. Another cam setup.
Oh, you tried to dash in there? Dude, he got clipped by both ends. Oh, that's so meaty.
No, he tried to go for the reset. I like it. But Shine was aware. He jumped away. He's like, I've seen that before. Nice pickup with the DP. No, that's going to cost Shyness the round. That wake-up drive reversal. What a jump from El Chakotay.
Oh, he just got hit raw. Did you see that? That was a counter hit. There was a little reluctancy from Chakotay in picking an anti-air maneuver, but the level 3 is going to be the big payoff for Shine, and this is so significant, right? Dishing it out early, getting both the life lead, the drive lead, but more importantly, the buff. He doesn't give a damn about your buffs. Excuse me, Chakotay, he's got bars.
And one of the nice things about that now, Lily and Kimberly, both their level 1s faster. You cannot do the meaty light punches on them and still block their level 1s in time. If you actually get the level 1 and they jab, you will hit them now. right, here we go. Throw loop time in the corner. No, goes for the heavy kick. Backs off because he's still in burnout. Trying to get that meter, but what a jump again!
I didn't expect that jump. And nobody expected that jump. That was mad floaty too. He had so much time. That was an excellent read against Chakotay.
And here we go, back to this strategy. Spent 2 bars on that OD teleport, smoke bomb, and then just went right into the driver reversal again. But now he's trapped in the corner.
What an interrupt. That was such an excellent check from Chakotay.
Batter up. Oh, yeah. Okay, me too. He doesn't have a can to spend here. So he's just got to go in, and he does with the back throw. This is big.
Oh, no time to anti-air?
Back away, and now 2 wind charges for El Chakotay. Yeah, there's one in there. Shine didn't want to burn himself out that time, but you see what the mix-up he has to deal with when he doesn't.
No way this kills.
He went with buttons.
Oh my god. That was light too. He did a light into the super. That's hella damage.
El Chakotay was like, you know what? Shine's going to expect a command throw anytime now, so I am not going to do that. I'm going to just frame trap in the buttons, and the buttons, and the buttons, and it worked out for him. Good reads from Chakotay.
I love that low heavy punch. I love the hitbox on that bad boy, and also being able to connect into the wind charge.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Oh, just raw, go for it, right into the level 1. No hesitation at all. Back to the corner, baits it out. The punish with the SPD. Oh my goodness.
You know, we'll definitely take that. We will 100% take that. Jesus Christ,
man.
Chakotay. What are you doing, man? You mad, lad?
Things are looking bleak for our hero Shine. Oh no, he did standing heavy punch, not crouching heavy punch.
The hero's view is all about perspective nowadays, James.
It's true.
Chakotay's doing it for the culture. He's doing it for all the lily mains out there.
Nice.
All 3 of you.
The range again. Shout outs to all my Kimberly brethren out there. Yeah, Dez and Psycho. And
I've got 0 horse in this race, man. I'll tell you what.
There's more than 3 of us. Come on, man.
No, I was talking about lilies, dude.
Oh, the lilies. I see. Okay. My bad. Yeah, now that's a new combo right there. That didn't connect last season with the speed up on the level 1. Now she has that option.
I love that option, too.
Yeah.
And it's such a saving grace, too, for Shine. Not having to go for anything else.
And again, you know, I've always said that's a really powerful weapon to have for a lot of characters, being able to choose whether they go into like level 1s or level 3s and stuff, you know, like Luke and Ken can and Chun-Li. So it's really nice that she has a little bit more options for that now. Oh my goodness. He's gonna dish all the damage out right now.
That was so much, my God, bleeding at 50%.
Oh, there we go. You notice he's not drive reversling anymore. You notice that Shine is not drive reversling anymore. He's just taking a lot of that Condor Spire pressure. He's trying to survive the mix-up afterwards. There it is, yeah. He's only doing it on the OD now. Aha! The buff! Is this gonna kill?
No way. Oh, that was so risky. Yo, he made it just in time to recover into the OD Bushin kick. That was actually so dangerous. That was so dangerous.
Oh, man. Oh, boy. Oh, but the OD, Tatsu right there, Bushin kick, is air invul from frame 1.
That was so disgusting. Yo, Shine, he still got the tricks and the reactions up his sleeve. That was crazy.
Drive reversal this time from El Chakotay. He's getting clipped by that Condor Swiper, but does get out of the corner. Too late, too slow on that one. Ow! Oh, nice.
I think it's absolutely worth the bar. 100% worth the bar.
Didn't use can though.
Oh, that's hella meaty.
Okay, what's the choice here? Regular air throw here. Gets that drive reversal again. Chakotay still burned out. Oh my goodness, they both tried to
That
do
was a
something.
punish counter.
It's not enough to kill. It's not enough to kill. The punish counter was the crouching medium kick, not the SPD, so he's still alive here, barely. Here we go. Chip is a thing, but not for much longer. Gets with the overhead. He did it! He just went for the wake up! He knew, I think, that Shine was probably gonna go for something into level 1 or something to try to go for the chip death, but he did it! He just went for the level 2 wake up, and Chakotay's at match point. Oh, that's huge. Overhead working for Shine this time. Yep, here we go. Full combo here into the level 3.
That is so sick looking, by the way. Even after the juggle from the slide, that combo is probably one of the cooler combos I've seen in this game.
It feels great when you land it too, but there's that wake up drive reversal. Can Shine, though, take this to final game, final round? He's gonna be able to do it with the standing medium kick drive rush cancel. And here we go. Final game, final round.
What a monster. A pro and a monster for sure. Shine coming in, also spending the meter very, very early. Chakotay finding the exposure with the lights. This is going to be so huge for momentum, and Shine recognized that, hence why the reversal came out.
Uh-oh, but here's the problem now. You're in the corner. You're almost burned out. You see how Chakotay was waiting. He was like, I know you want to jump because you're scared of getting burned out. No, Shine's not going to get anything out in time. Chakotay has a level 2. Can he kill with this?
He
just built the level 3.
He built it up. Way beyond that, he had that heavy into another set. He was absolutely ready, and this was it right here. 3-2. Was that a perfect towards the end as well, or was there a light? Because I don't remember him getting hit at all. Chakotay, he was going right into grand finals with that perfect.
Yeah, it sounds like it was a perfect. Shouts to production for that, and shouts to them. Obviously, everybody behind the scenes doing all the work. Always want to give them a little bit of, the props out there. They're the unsung heroes of all of the streaming world over here. But look, that was about as close as you can get. I know it ended with a perfect there, but I don't think there's any conclusion to be drawn from that. I mean, definitely still seemed like a pretty even matchup. So there you go.
I mean, look down to the wire. It was down to the very, very last round. But Chakotay, he's still keeping the hot streak alive, I guess. He's talking about the last time he faced off against Shine, able to take it down in their last encounter. So maybe, I mean, it's not the end of Shine yet, right? We still have the lower side to think about as well. So we'll see. He's been on a hot streak with this Kimberly for a minute.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying seeing him play this here. But also really enjoying to see the Lily starting to put in work here. Again, like I said, this balance patch, it's been very, very impressive. Like, I don't feel like, I know there's a lot of people saying stuff like, oh, DJ got ruined, Blanca got ruined, Luke got ruined and stuff, but like, it's just, the evidence is not there for that. And I feel like they did a good job, normalizing a lot of the strong characters and buffing a lot of the weaker characters. Balance in this season is... I thought it was great in Season 1, but this might be one of the most balanced fighting games I've ever seen, to be honest with you.
I can concur with that. But you know what's crazy, too? Like, we can take it outside of what's on paper, what the matchups are looking like. There was a lot of, like, raw reads between these two, right? When to drive reversal, when to wake up with supers. That's something that's like not super orthodox in regards to like top tier level play, but it works so well between these two because of the fact that they are like they've competed against each other for so long. They are pretty much training buddies at this point, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So good stuff once again to the players over there. Shine, like you said, still alive, going to be fighting against whoever makes it out of the losers bracket. And Chakotay is going to be waiting in grand finals to try to win that free trip, all expense paid trip to Evo. But let's find out who Shine is going to have to go up against. Let's head down to that lower bracket, and we are going to be going with Smage and Space Boy.
So I was going to say, man, if Smage manages to take this down against Space Boy, that might lead us into a double jeopardy situation. But as it stands right now, Space Boy's been doing a fantastic job with this loop. So we'll see, man. Smage has, he's already proved his worth like tenfold with this character. And also his results have spoken for themselves in Season 1. So we'll see. Again, the $1 million character versus the runner-up, right?
That's right. You're right. Oh man, $1 million character, and what was it, the $300,000 character? Right.
What a drop-off, baby. We love to see it. Hey man,
look
money's
at this.
money.
It's split here. The viewers are actually split here. When it's like 47 to 53, you call that an even split at that point, statistically speaking here. So yeah, they're a little bit torn on that. I mean, I'm surprised Spaceboy had been kind of running away with a lot of these polls here. So curious to see, you know, I guess a lot of Smage fans in the chat out there.
You know, I feel like at this point, Spaceboy's got to be like an FGC congressman. He's getting the points and the polls every single time. Despite what the results may be, there's a lot of faith in the community within towards Spaceboy, I should say. So that's actually pretty impressive. But all jokes aside, man, Spaceboy, I've been a fan of his for a very long while too. And Smage, I've slowly become a fan of his when he started really putting in the time for Street Fighter, right? I think that is so impressive to go from one game to another at a pro level, by the way, at a pro level. And I will say that wholeheartedly. Smage is a certified pro.
Oh yeah,
in multiple games.
And Spaceboy, if I'm not mistaken, he played a lot of Sakura in Street Fighter V, right? That was Spaceboy? Yeah, okay.
That's correct, yeah.
Yeah. Just making sure. Oh boy, burnout situation in the corner. This sucks. Look at this chip damage that you're just taking. Yeah, you try to jab in there, but oh, it's just not gonna work out.
More often than not, no. It's a tough spot to be in for like any part of the roster, which I think is great. Like a lot of the characters now have certain strings that could keep you in a block, and also frame trap too. So it's very, very nice.
Yeah, we just saw right there, Spaceboy once again showing not afraid to wake up with those ODDPs. So he's had one on Smage now. Oh, the whiff punish. Wow, standing heavy punch just missed. And another one. No drive rush overheads for you. That little micro walk into the crowd strong was so scary from Spaceboy. I'm surprised Smage didn't hit anything. And yeah, you cannot drive impact the heavy flash knuckle when the Lukes have a level 3, because that's all they're looking for at that point.
Oh, that's Ella damage too. Yeah, the DDT. Well, I think it comes out to a total of like what, 2,500 now. That's insane, but I love it.
It hurts.
Love that.
I mean, they were like, okay, nobody uses this. Let's buff the damage.
Bro, I use that thing all the time because of the frame advantage it gives you after.
Oh,
it's so good.
Okay.
It is so good.
Yeah.
It's expensive though. Don't get me wrong. It is very expensive because you have to extend the flash knuckle by pressing, you know, double punches to get that extension.
Right, takes another bar. At least it's only 1 bar, right? So it is 3 bars, but that is a drive rush cancel. And we all saw the most recent video from Ringe, how he was talking about how that 3-bar threshold is like exactly what a lot of people are looking at.
Oh, a dropped combo. I don't know what's been going on with Smage, to be honest with you. He's had pretty significant drops and also a little bit of a shakiness when it comes to recognizing what happens in this matchup. Oh my god, you actually taking hella damage.
Yeah. At that point in time, you didn't even have to worry about the drive impact. He was just like, the threat of chip is gonna kill you. And
yeah, I mean, he was burnt out too, right? So
yeah, that's true, that's true. Ouch! Again, another ODDP to bust right out of there. Smage has not been able to get out of this corner. He just gets put into that corner, and then the game has just ended. And Spaceboy's gonna put him right back in there with that perfect parry.
Man, again, a lot of mishaps coming in from Smage. Very minor errors, but that leads to such significant damage from Luke, right? Like that missed throw is everything. I don't know why he's been missing some of these meaties or also some of these big punishes that he's had.
I mean, it's one of those situations that, you know, if you have enough frame data to knock down and go for a throw like that, gotta make sure your frame kills are on point, right? But there is a possibility that Jury doesn't have a good frame kill for that situation. You have to do it manually. I'd have to go back and see what the knockdown was. I don't remember what the setup was for that.
That's fair. That's fair.
We're back here to game number 3. This is it for Smage here. He's got to figure something out, but once Spaceboy got to the lower bracket, he's basically been 3-0ing everybody, right? So looks like he's trying to continue that here. Showing that the runner-up character over here still got some juice left in him.
Spend it. No, he's gonna hold on to the stock.
Yeah, wants to keep it there. Did spend it on that fireball, though.
Forward throw as well. That jump in was read a mile away. Yo, Smage finally on the board. Okay.
All right, good stuff. I mean, obviously he's got a long road to be able to make this comeback. He's got a reverse 3-0, but nice start here for Spaceboy this round. Tried to read the throw, and Spaceboy didn't get the punish on the landing frames of that jump strong, of jump medium punch.
Dash up. Oh, you thought you could jump out of there? No, sir. Level 1. Also, in response, Spaceboy really exercising a lot of the wake-up options that he can utilize, right?
Right. Nice. Just a walk-up throw. Ooh, backdash tried to get something started, but got caught by the Sandblaster. That's twice now that Spaceboy has just woke up with a Sandblaster. Last time, Smage just jumped over it. Oh, no, gap in your string. And now we're both burned out, but Luke is significantly scary. He's trying to chip him to death. Oh, boy.
He is so active right now, movement-wise. Spaceboy, he gets clipped either way. The dash-up standing jab saves Smage's life. That was actually a counter hit as well.
Yeah, it looked like some Spaceboy started doing the shoulder run. I saw like a glimpse of that, so maybe he was trying to go in for the chip kill at that point, but couldn't quite get it. But Smage is on the board. It is now 2-1 in favor of Spaceboy.
This is a very early burnout too, so that's gonna lead to hella damage. Jump in, yes sir. Fireball, uppercut, max damage.
Here we go, throw into the corner. Here we go, throw into the corner. Do it again. Oh, he didn't do it again. Oh, there it is. One more throw. Oh, he got clipped. That's what the big advantage of Jury's wake up DP is that it hits so far horizontally forward. And Spaceboy just barely got clipped by it, but he's still able to take the round.
Forward throw. This is gonna lead to a lot of damage too if Smage doesn't find the proper answers on defense. Yo, he blocked forever and a day.
And it doesn't matter because he's still gonna get hit here. Didn't spend the level 3 just yet. He's gonna do it now. And that means that, are we gonna end another set with a perfect? Is this a perfect? Oh my goodness.
You know, it's that's something you could expect with Luke. To be fair, I mean, it was against Jury, so it could have gone either way, but man, Spaceboy, he's got the offense, man. He understands like his game sense and also like the intimidation factor. He understands exactly when to kind of like full throttle. But I will say in Smage's defense, he wasn't looking himself. I think there were a couple of instances where it was just like, it felt iffy to me, to be honest with you. I didn't think, I don't know, Smage just felt a little bit off on defense.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if we're scheduled for this, but I was just wondering in production if I can see the bracket after this replay, because I just want to see something about Spaceboy's matches here. But I mean, Spaceboy pretty dominant here, and yet, oh god, you have no idea how much more damage that was gonna do. Oh man.
Yeah, in these instances, right? How often do you see these replays focus on the right side of the screen? Majority of them, right?
Yeah, Smage couldn't get out of the corner. He was trapped there the entire time.
And if he did, he had to take some very, very big risks, right? So that's the thing. Like, Spaceboy, he's done such a fine job of layering his offense to keep it so ambiguous to the point where Smage is constantly guessing. And that just happens, man. It happens in the world of Street Fighter. Not even just Street Fighter 6, but in the world of Street Fighter. There are certain instances where you are forced to guess if your opponent has very layered and well-constructed offense.
And this is what I was looking for. Look at Spaceboy's path. 3-0 over No Prob Tay. 0-3 versus Shine. Then 3-0 over Joe Umar Rogan. And then 3-1 over Smage. But man, I gotta tell you, that still felt like a 3-0. It was just one of those ones where it's just like Spaceboy was just, I mean, he was firing in all cylinders at that point. But Smage able to take that one game is, you know, more than Joe Umar Rogan and No Prob Tay were able to do combined together.
Yeah, and I also made a very huge error. I didn't realize it, but now we had a double Jeopardy. Like no matter what the outcome was gonna be, Shine had taken down both of these players into the lower bracket. So Shine and Spaceboy, they get to run it back. We'll see if it's gonna be a different story though. Spaceboy, he's the one that received the 3-0. He got sent to lower bracket because of Shine's oppressive. I think it was Kimberly. Excuse me.
It was Kimberly. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say Chun-Li, but that was his first. That was his first match against Smage. My bad. But yeah, the Kimberly did the work.
Yeah, so I'd love to see if Shine can do this again. But you know, I'm always of that position that whenever you get double Jeopardy in losers bracket, I feel like the person who won the first time has the most pressure, you know, because you're just like, what did I do? How did I win last time? And if you start losing, you're like, no, I beat him last time. I can't lose this time, you know, and it's just kind of like a frustration situation where the other guy, after they lost, they're like, I should have did this. I should have did this. And when they start winning, they're like, yes, revenge, you know?
To be fair, I think someone like Shine is definitely a student of it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. But he also just happens to have a character where he could have multiple routes on offense to figure out what he needs to do to mix someone up, right? We talk about Kimberly being a mixed master, but I don't think we really get to emphasize that as to how, right? Because we're always on limited time when it comes to commentary, right, James?
Right, of course.
But
yeah.
You'll see it, right? I think someone like Shine has so many different routes to think about in regards to like what offensive pressure he wants to go with, and you could attest to this as well. I think that's what makes a pro player having options for multitude of options no matter what. Like if you have a double Jeopardy situation of like being able to assess what went right and what went wrong in the previous iterations too. It's like they are not going to be nervous. They're not going to be like super worried, right, at this level.
Yeah. And honestly, you know, I've been talking about this a lot, you know, just having a lot of different options. I mean, Kimberly, like, I swear I've been labbing so much of Kimberly. I've probably like learned like 10 setups and currently only remember like what 2 of them are. You know, there's just so much to do, but that's kind of the key, right? When you fight against somebody else, like if you're fighting against the Kimberly and you know all humans are habitual. They're always gonna favor some form of tactic. You know, this is my advice to fighting Zangief. Figure out if the Zangief is a jumper or a guy who's obsessed with standing fierce or obsessed with the whiff knee, you know, kind of things. And you wanna play, the mental stack is too big to fight everything. So you want to lower your mental stack by focusing on what the opponent seems to be fixated on. Obviously, the best players are going to be able to make that adjustment and do everything, but that's the best, right? Like, if you're just playing ranked online, everybody falls into patterns, honestly.
Yep.
They all do.
Yep. So now going into it, the lower side, excuse me, Spaceboy versus Shine for the upteenth time. And I'm not just talking about this tournament, but in general, in life. Yeah, I love this, actually. I love the speed that we're going at, to be quite honest with you, because that's what it feels like really playing against a Kimberly, okay?
Yeah, obviously, with the spectating, you know, there's the option to turn off that speed up, but then, you know, we fall behind a little bit watching. And so I guess, you know, just might as well catch up in real time here instead here.
Yeah.
So, but Shine took that first round pretty convincingly, it looked like. See Spaceboy going with the multiple lows, trying to catch Shine walking backwards after the drive rush low jab, low crouching light punch. What a backdash. No, he dropped it.
Interesting. A couple of drops from both Smage and Shine, or at least just one drop thus far from Shine.
Okay, so we're getting word that Spaceboy might actually already be up 1-0 over Shine. We'll figure it out for you guys in just a second.
I think it might be the opposite with the way that Shine's been playing, but you know, with the critical art loaded from the side of Spaceboy, I wouldn't be surprised if he made a comeback.
Yeah, if he just gets the right combo, he can kill from here. Oh,
No way.
What?
No way, dude.
Shine dropped
me.
But no.
He dropped the win right there off of the jab. No shot. Spaceboy, do you come back from this? You don't. Okay.
You can't. Nice decision by Shine. What a choice right there to go with the wake up drive impact. What a good idea knowing that you know, he didn't have enough life to drive impact back, and he had already committed to a button.
Well, he was it was button drive impact forward, right?
Right, yeah.
Okay, I wonder if he could have done like OD uppercut.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, he might have been able to just try to like DP at that point. So, but unfortunately, wasn't ready to go, and so Shine does take that game. So, as far as we know right now, it is 1-0 for Shine.
Spending it already. I like this. Losing a spray can in the process. Yep. Oh, how many times does that arc step actually work out for people in that situation?
Yeah, because you know, you forget, like, you're so used to Kimberly's never doing it because it's so easy to stop. But also, Luke has a little bit of harder time stopping it than other characters. He can't hit jab. He has to hit crouch fierce to stop the arc step.
Sure.
Because his jab moves him forward. So if she hops over Luke, if he tries to jab.
Yeah, that makes sense. Not gonna have to worry about it. Shine does get the level 1 for the first round of game 2. Gonna be canless. Gotta go down to the recycle center perhaps. Oh, it doesn't matter. Got the neck hunter. Overhead. Forward throw.
Just going for that drive rush in the overhead. Hoping your opponent not ready for it. Oh no. And that, you know, this is one of the hardest parts about Kimberly. I mean, she has to get into that range of those crouching medium kicks in order to have offense, so it's very easy to catch her when she's walking backwards. She can't dish out that same kind of punish with lows.
What do you do about it, too? You're under pressure for so much. You try, man, that's so unfortunate for Space Boy. He did light kick, drive rush cancel.
Yeah, and he ended up doing a whiff cancel there too, so he spent a bunch of that bar, which is why he's burnt. Oh my goodness! Is this gonna kill? Jeremy, is this gonna kill?
You're hella dead. You're hella dead. You are hella dead. I didn't even have to know what came before it, but you're hella dead. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Okay, so we just got confirmation. It is 1-0 Shine right now, so Spaceboy did not win a game earlier. So we are at 1-0 right now. So this is a very important game 2 here. Shine gets the back throw on a punish counter too. Wake up, level 1.
I love the risk assessment, and I love the fact that Shine has a read on Space Boy's impatience on offense.
Ooh, he wasn't expecting that jumping heavy kick to reach that far. No anti-airs from Shine. Oh no, you got baited. He's got a level 2. Is he gonna spend it? There it is, the dash into the eraser.
Beast mode, baby. Every time. You gotta do it every time.
Yep. Have to do it.
I just love the animation of Eraser too. It's such a cool level 2, and I'm glad that it gets like a full cinematic that it does.
It's always tricky too, because like, you know, from a technical standpoint, and everybody's gonna be like, what are you talking about, James? But like Honda's level 2 and Luke's level 2, when they do that little extra zoom in, I think it's to lock the opponent to standing without looking so odd. It's a really neat camera trick, honestly, because they go from airborne to standing. No. All right, what's the... Oh, manually timing. No frame kill setups for Spaceboy at all. Going to find the connection. And
more than enough too. Yeah, with that exact route, you're doing that so much damage. And I like Spaceboy kind of taking the time to do some of these manual timings, because he's been getting blown up on the opponent's wake up majority of the time, right? Up until this point.
All right, Spaceboy trying to take a lead here. Remember, he did lose 3-0 to Shine on the winner side of the bracket, but he's already taken one game.
He pressed the button. He hella pressed the button.
Maybe he was scared of the throw, surprised. Oh no!
A drop.
Again, a dropped combos. Oh, Shine, not like this. Oh, he tried to... Yeah, I mean, obviously drive rushing and having the ability to stagger your forward movement by having stuff like that, you know, to almost like backswing blow is really powerful, but it didn't work out for Spaceboy that time.
Already a great start too. Again, both are tied at the round. So Shine emptying this out early with the life lead, the dominance, and the drive gauge. I love having this buff. And also the punish counter now. Space Boy, he could be a threat if he wakes up with a level 3. He's not gonna do it. Yeah, you're stuck for a while.
Oh no. Oh, it's not gonna be a combo, but so close right here. Just wait. How did he get into the corner? Did Space Boy move like a micro step forward?
I think he pressed the button. Like, I think he pressed the low. I think he pressed the crouching normal.
Yeah, it was a crouching medium kick. I guess it makes sense that does move Luke a little forward.
It does move him forward for sure.
Okay. Got it. It's true. You are a Luke player, so you know for sure. So
I love this character, man. I can't let him go, dude. But Kim actually is looking so fun to play. But speaking of which, now back throw.
You just played Luke because Alex Lay is just the most awesome, cool person ever, dude. So
I'm not gonna disagree with that. Wholehearted.
Oh, trade. Oh, wow. Just try it again. Missed the first time. Here we go. Can set up.
It doesn't matter, though. That drive reversal, well played. But Space Boy now in a very interesting predicament. How do you get out of the corner? It doesn't matter, though. That is actually a very welcome change. That was beautiful.
Yeah, and it's really interesting that they gave her that, too, because they tried really hard in this game to make it so that good anti-airs are harder to combo into supers. Like, you know, some characters can do like DP into level 3, but they have to be super deep. Kimberly's right there, just works almost every time, but it is only just a level 2 that she gets.
I mean, that's totally worth it, man. You see the damage on that bad boy? Okay, speaking of damage, bang. The teleport into another heavy. Yeah. The corner carry on top of it. Oh, you are stuck. Oh, no, you're not. I lied.
Sneaking in with that run stop pressure. All right, safe jump setup. See Space Boy trying to fight back here. Tried to do another stagger right there. Good block on the overhead. Got the anti-air, and you know what? This is what happens when you use the level 2. You can build up to another one, and Shine is gonna take it with them Kimberly buffs.
That's such a sick way to end it, too. Back-to-back Bushin scrambles off of the OD Bushin kick. That is so cool, man. That was actually, that's gotta be like the highlight for the whole tournament. Just those back-to-back anti-airs. Really, really well done from Shine.
Yeah, obviously such a nice buff to have. And you know, I had wondered about it too, because I was like, this thing has no invincibility. Why aren't I allowed to cancel into level 2? And then I noticed like other characters had that problem, right? Like Lily can't do ODDP into the swirl up, you know, level 2. So I was like, oh, I think this is just something they don't want to let characters do. But then they're like, screw it, just give it to Kimberly, let her go.
Taking a look at the replay, how it all went down. It was pretty fast a little bit earlier on, so we have to kind of skip to the next couple of games. But this was the moment where a slight mishap on the side of judgment from Space Boy, where he thought he could have gone into a drive impact. But I think you're right. I think it was like normal into drive impact, so that was my mistake. But Shine, man, overwhelming offense. You see it right there? Yeah, Luke moved forward with the low medium kick.
Okay.
Nice work, Observer. I see you. Thank you, replay operator. What a god. Oh, man. The scramble.
The first one, yeah.
Scramble in Shibuya? No, it's London. Excuse me.
Yeah, but the beautiful thing about it was just one round later, he was able to build up to the level 2 again, even though he was at 0, and there it is. Gets another one. Same combo, same deck here, and now we have, if I'm not mistaken, our grand finals all ready to go. It's going to be Shine and El Chakotay once again. And remember, I said that Chakotay believes, that the fight might be in Lily's favor. I can't remember if that was in season 1 that we may have that conversation. Regardless, you can obviously see here on the winners finals, super close, final game, final round. And so I'm expecting to see a lot more of that. I wouldn't be surprised if we went all like 10 games, possible in these last 2 sets.
Right. And we'll see how it plays out, right? Chakotay, he's on the winner side. He's in the upper bracket side. So technically, Shine has to take him down at least in 1 set for the full reset here in the grand finals.
Yep. And wow, look at this. Even though Chakotay won 3-2 last time, the viewers still got Shine, dude. They're still voting for Shine.
Right.
Interesting. Okay.
Okay. I mean, all things considered, right? I don't think chat is really a numbers kind of group. They're all about the heart, right? I think they're definitely about the heart, which I can agree with. I could totally agree with it. Like Shine, he's got the upper hand, right? He's on the momentum rise.
Yep.
He's got possibly a different outlook in regards to the Chakotay matchup. So I think those two factors alone could really set him up for at least a proper run back in regards to a reset happening.
Yeah, and you know, I mentioned before that, you know, the run backs I always feel like kind of favors the person who lost last time. The only caveat I think is the winners finals, because when you beat someone in winners finals, you know there's a 50% chance they're coming back. So you're thinking about that match a lot, you know. You're not gonna come in like a little bit cold here.
That's everything too. That back throw leading into so much and beating out the drive reversal appropriately. That was so smart from Tay again, covering the skies with the crouching heavy punch per usual.
That button is so good, but couldn't get it this time. And again, we're gonna go into the level 2. Is this going to kill?
Not quite, but that's an expensive health bill, I'll tell you what. Her neck should be broken in theory, right?
Yeah, Kimberly, I mean, they buffed that level 2, but again, she always does not that much damage. Chakotay has a chance to make the comeback. He's gonna go in there and gets the hit. The DP is gonna juggle. What a call out!
That is actually so disgusting in the best way possible. What a juggle from Chakotay, and good recognition to stop the air approach. To be fair, Shine could technically get out of that, right? No, she cannot. Never mind. I lied. I was gonna say maybe like an elbow, but never mind.
Right. All right. So Shine, having spent that level 2, wow, just goes for the run slide, and now you're gonna get hit back in there, and this is gonna be for the burnout. Actually, I lied. It's for the kill.
That's insane too. That's actually insane. He got himself a little bit extra on that too, on the wind charge as well.
Oh yeah, he had the wind charge. Okay, so that's why I was mistaken. Yeah, that's why I made the mistake, clearly, because I didn't see the wind charge. Not that I'm wrong on that every single.
I mean, to be fair, it's like what, a 300 damage difference if I'm not mistaken. So it's not like it's still gonna be hard to call. I will give you that. But at the same time, man, his way of tracking down folks with the crouching heavy punch from a matter of different distances, right? It's one thing to be consistent with anti-airs, but it's another thing to recognize the spacing for it just as consistently. That's so good. It's so good.
One of my favorite things is that in the patch notes, you know how they had all that written out stuff on Twitter, they actually moved it to the patch notes too. So shout out to them for that. But you know, for Lily's, they were like, yeah, we noticed her crouching heavy punch was really good. So people were just kind of like one button characters. So we wanted to, buff up some of her other normals. And you know what? She's still mostly just using crouch heavy punch. But look at this character pick from Shine.
Oh, word.
This is a character that a lot of people are starting to believe in. And I get why Shine is picking this, because he wants to try to outrange Lily, I think. Is this gonna kill? Oh!
Just enough towards the end as well. Oh. Yeah, so it's rough. Are you okay over there? I feel like you just like stubbed your toe really, really hard.
Dude, I'm so used to seeing like Lily not necessarily kill in these situations, but I'm happy for her. I'm happy for the Lily players out there.
It's hard to ask the question now. So also within mid-range space is exactly where Ed wants to play, right? He's been such a great counter poker in this game for the rest of the cast. Like he's excelled at mid to long range, but it also can duke it out close range. So Shine keeping his wits about him too with the anti-air uppercut.
Yeah, it's really interesting because the way that Ed plays, I'm not even sure if I have a description of it yet, He's not rush down, he's not zoning. He's like weird. It actually feels similar to Falk in the previous game in 5, that he's kind of this mid-range zoner,
Yeah, he's an outboxer. He's an outboxer is what it is, right? He's gonna be playing more of like a counter tool within mid-range.
Right. Was that Windclad? I mean, was that a Windclad Spire, or did he just challenge because he felt like it?
I thought you were gonna ask, is that a wind cloud spire or are you just happy to see Ed? I don't know. The charge up 2 is gonna be so tricky. As you can see, he has full mobility available if he wants to cancel the flicker, right? Or sorry, the cycle grab.
There you go. Throw. And yeah, just the backdashing. Yeah, you can backdash, cancel that. Couldn't punish the whiff condor spire though. And here we go towards the corner and Shine. Oh boy, here we go. And he doesn't even go for the slow one. He goes for the medium speed one, it looked like.
Yeah, knocking on the doors a little bit with the light. That could have led into a tick throw, but man, holding down the flicker going into the forward dash instead. Yeah,
oh, wow, he went for it. He went for it. But he's burned out now, so this is a scary situation for Shine. Wow, hit the jump attack. That jump attack from Ed, I feel like is usually pretty good. Oh no!
I won't say it was for naught, but Ed didn't do too poorly. I'm not gonna lie to you, that was last round between the two, and in terms of like what the situation had been towards the end, I don't think Shine did a bad job with Ed.
Yeah, I'm wondering now. I'm thinking Chun-Li maybe this time again, or go back to Kimberly, you know?
I don't know, man. I think if there's anything that Chun-Li does struggle against, it's characters that have normals that are just as powerful, or that, okay, not as powerful. Let me reiterate. Normals that exist that happen to be longer range than Chun-Li, right? She does have a couple of those pokes that can happen. So it's not going to be the Chun-Li. It's going right back into the Kimberly. This is do or die time for Shine.
Yeah, and remember, Shine was 3-2 last time with Kimberly, so I don't blame him going with this option. And Lily's weak to the corner, but look at that! Chakotay, not scared at all, throwing out that standing light kick, that 4 frame. Then just Shine just ate that jump in. And Chakotay's gonna get a kill without having to spend any super meter, and he's at tournament point. He's at Evo point, technically.
I've seen so many streamers kind of go through their runs over at every weekly event. Anytime they go into a match of Chakotay, everybody says the same thing. Once he gets started, it is so difficult to stop him. And it's looking like that right now. Chakotay, he is all over it. Up until this point, he tried to get a command grab, Shine, still keeping his wits about him. Having the tendencies, or sorry, the audacity to jump still.
Just a regular throw now into the corner. Here comes the Mexican Typhoon. Half a bar left to book his ticket to Evo. He's got the hit. He's got the stun off of the drive impact. He's got the kill off of the level 2. And he's got his trip to Evo 2024 fully covered and booked and ready to go.
It's exactly what you could expect for our PlayStation tournaments. Road to Evo champion for Street Fighter 6, representing North America, El Chakotay, once again with the title of champion this year. We get to see him over at Evo. God bless. I cannot wait to see that Lily do even more damage. But big ups to the rest of our competitors here today. Again, Shine, he had a lot of momentum on his side going in from the lower bracket. Overall, man, taking a look at what the replays had these last couple of games, it felt so difficult to get a solid lead on defense.
That was so good right there, because
that's exactly what we were talking about.
Yeah, that crouching heavy punch was a counter hit, so it actually caused the knockdown. That's why it was able to juggle like that. But, you know, obviously, you know, Lily got some buffs, but I can't say that the buffs are what are making Chakotay do so well. He's just also reading really well and just playing so smart. And I swear the longer season 1 was going, the better and better I thought Lily was getting. You know, seeing some of the things that some of these Lily players do. Look at that, 3-0 on the grand finals for Chakotay to become the victor.
Yeah, and the only minor speed bump he had, actually a significant speed bump at that, was in the upper finals too. Chakotay versus Shine the first time around. It was 3-2, so we couldn't have imagined it being a 3-0. You know what? I think it might have been the curse of chat. But I love it. I love the stories that ensue afterwards. Hey, listen, we all get our picks in every so often, and it just happens the way it does. But Chakotay, big congrats to him. While the bracket is up, big shout outs to No Prob Tay, Space Boy, Smage, Shine, Joe Umar, Rogan, Flux Wave Z, and Adrian NY. You guys are the GOATs, really, because you guys are always filling in the bracket and doing your best at every single weekly event. We appreciate that for real.
Absolutely. And you know what? Did you hear that, chat? Vicious blamed you guys for that. He said that you, instead of
I'm not
commentating
gonna lie,
curse,
I also voted.
it's a, okay, there you go. So you were including yourself
I
in
am
there.
also part of the mob, okay?
Fair enough, fair enough. Because I was about to say, instead of a commentator's curse, it would have been a monster's curse, right? So, you know, shout out to the stream monsters out there. Still,
That's me. That's me also. I can't help it, man. I love being part of the chat. I love being a part of every single event that goes on. And, you know, PlayStation tournaments have been doing a great, great job. They've covered every single game that's covered, or at least like 5 of the major games that are covered at Evo, right? Guilty Gear, KOF 15, Mortal Kombat 1, us here at Street Fighter 6, as well as Tekken 8. We couldn't ask for any better of a community nor a partnership with PlayStation tournaments. So big ups to you guys for throwing it down every single event. Thanks for being here, for real.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, shout outs to, you know, good net code, allowing us to play a lot of these online tournaments, especially this one was all NA, right? This wasn't even NA East or NA West. This was the whole entire thing. But then, you know, again, also, shout outs to Capcom for what's turning out to be a very excellent season 2 patch here. And excited to see the players going out here and doing their stuff with all their favorite characters right now. But like you said, shout outs to PlayStation. And one more time, shout outs to everybody behind the scenes. You never get to hear their names. You never get to actually thank them for a great show. So again, appreciate the entire team putting on this Road to Evo tournament.
That's going to pretty much do it for all of us here. Again, hope you guys enjoyed it all. If you guys, just in case, missed it, be sure to check out evo.gg for the signups. Just a little bit of a throwout just in case. But that's going to be it for all of us here. We'll see you guys over at Evo this year. Take care.